Well, welcome back to another episode of Wrestling Around, and this time we're going all the way back to 1998 of our Survivor Series. I think one of only two Survivor Series. Christ, that was early.
That was early. Couldn't wait any longer. Carry on.
Am I allowed? What else you got to do?
I've got long shot, raspberry and blackcurrant.
Lovely stuff. We're going back to Survivor Series 1990. It's again earlier every bloody week. It's, I think, only one of two Survivor Series where there's an actual traditional Survivor Series match. But before we get into that, joining me is the newest YouTube sensation, Terry Peters. Terry Peters, how are we doing?
Oh, you make me blush. Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. The numbers have swiftly declined, but I'm appreciative of every number I picked up this week on the old YouTube, where you can find me, Bell Nation. Come watch my Football Manager stuff. Two videos out tomorrow. No, 2 videos are out on Monday. Good start.
But they'll have already, this comes out Wednesday.
I know that's why I said that now the 2 videos have already come out.
We have 4 out later, because
3, I'll have
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so 3.
Oh, 4 out. So I've got 2 coming out on Monday.
2 on Monday, Russ.
Oh, 4. 4 then. So
4
go watch
videos
Go watch Ali's 4. That is come out.
Yeah. Do it.
Christ.
That
Joining
was
me
smooth.
as well is Lou Markham. Lou, how are we doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
Yeah.
Very good. I had some feedback, Russ,
Oh, what feedback?
from a good friend of the show, Aaron Franklin.
Yeah, go on.
And he said you should rag on Terry more.
Right.
So fuck you, Terry, you bald cunt.
Well, Lou, it's interesting you say that. I believe you've got a gripe with our own Terry Peters.
Yeah, I do actually. I didn't even need to wait for Aaron's prompt because I was going to say this anyway. So we're on the Terry Peters got a Twitch
I've
stream.
got a bit of defending on this. I know exactly what's going to happen here.
Peters, you'll have your 10. I'm going to be the adjudicator here. Peters, you will have your 10 for a rebuttal. Lou, go ahead.
It's got his Twitch stream, right? But he don't do anything rest of it really. He plays Football Manager on there.
Twitch.tv/Bell Nation.
Alright, he's got your plugs in again. So yeah, he's got his Twitch stream. Friday night, right? I joined in, support a friend, right? Don't even like Football Manager, I don't play it myself, but I went in to support. And but now he's got his new Football Manager friends in there. Oh, friends. What's he got? Like Football Manager UK and I don't know, the other one. Football Manager Fan 84. And
Not people.
and then at the end of it, he just goes, "Oh, thanks, you two, FM UK, whatever it's called, and Football Manager Fan 84 for sticking around."
To be fair,
Completely big times me, didn't he?
I did
Outrageous.
tell you at all. I did not, because
Yeah.
Twitch, when you're on your own, says you've got 1 viewer, and it said I had 2 people, and that person was talking. I didn't know you were still there.
I was there.
Well, I know that when you went, "What about me?" And then I thanked you for your continued loyal support to me as well.
He was talking to other people about Football Manager.
I was
just
talking
wanted-
to people about other Football Manager.
I was just talking about Seltzer.
Who was there at the start? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right from the beginning.
Hey,
Too big for his fans.
I mean, you never turn up, do you, Ross?
Well, I'm not going to now. You know what I mean?
No appreciation.
I did turn up, and not once did I get thanked at the end of a stream.
Well, 'cause you always have a go at me, the pair of you.
Tell you what, I got sick of being blocked for asking, honest questions.
Not honest questions at all. You're both horrible people.
But
Well, I appreciate both your continued support upon my constant position.
I've rescinded my support.
Ah,
to Peters.
gross, aren't
Yeah.
And I've started the hashtag cancel Terry Peters.
you? Ooh, that is not fair.
Terry Peters is over pie. Yeah.
That is not fair.
Well, Peters, I also have a gripe with you.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Granted,
You walk
I
around.
wasn't there on Friday, but I can. Yeah, you know your YouTube videos have taken off. The YouTube's newest celebrity, and we're all pleased.
Record numbers for
what?
Football Manager. Just
Yeah.
any Football Manager video ever, I heard.
Yes.
Well, I genuinely, I don't know what the highest viewed Football Manager video ever is. I'd love to know that.
We stopped the count, so it was you on Monday.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Stop the
we
count.
did stop the count.
Only ones with fake votes. But Terry Peters, every week on the show, I let you get your social medias in. Let you push the Bell Nation brand. Not once have you pushed Wrestling Around on your YouTube channel. You're too big for Lou on Twitch. You're too big for both of us on YouTube. It's outrageous, Peters, and you need to change.
Enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
You're right. Look, me and you, Lou, right now, with Paul Heyman on ECW. Listen to last week or the week before. Last week, wasn't it?
Last week.
Last week.
Right.
Where Paul Heyman on ECW, Lou? On
Okay.
TNN.
Go with this.
Terry Peters is the network.
Cyrus.
I am Cyrus the Virus.
Cyrus the Virus.
Peter's the Virus.
I can go with that.
Absolutely. There's not one scrap of advertisement. Do you know what I mean, Lou?
No, I agree. We
So-
do have our own YouTube channel as well. It's great. It's really good content. Really good, solid content that I spent hours curating on there.
So
Get yourself on there.
there. Terry Peters.
Yeah.
You know what are you playing at?
Okay, I will aim to do better.
Yeah, thank you. But shout out to a friend of the show, Tom Campbell. Liked that tweet.
Yeah, he did.
So that's big news.
That's big.
He liked a picture of me, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
See again, more
Again,
promotion.
yeah, promoting the Bell Nation brand. Actually, no, I tagged in Tez Fish Pod.
Yeah, he
Classic.
did. Yeah, he did.
Terry
Well, it
Peters.
makes more sense, didn't it? Tez Fish
Yeah, he
Pod.
did. It did make more sense.
It was a fish.
But yeah,
And I am Tez.
go and follow all our stuff. You'll get it at the end. It's just wrestling around. You'll see it.
Yeah, it's good. We might do more. We might do more. There might be some stuff on there.
There's some stuff.
You could be listening to this on YouTube. People do.
Yeah, so there we go.
I mean, if you are listening to it on YouTube, chances are you're the many people who tunes in thinking it's the full pay-per-view, and then it just gets there and it's just three British dogs talking. So
Two British dogs.
two British dogs, yeah,
No, English. Two English dogs.
two English dogs, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
Terry Peters is obviously a Canadian.
two
Yeah.
English dogs yakking.
Yeah,
And I'm not a dork either.
Strong words, Terry Peters. Relieve
Strong
the
words.
intro there. Then. Terry Peters claiming he's not a dog.
I'm not a dork.
yeah.
Not a dog. Right, there we are. We'll leave it there, Peters. You know, but I would have stuck up for you. But you know, if you're not going to be part of the team, then neither are me and Lou. You want to go on your own, Peters? Go on your own.
I'm feeling a chasm splitting. I'm going to have to try and keep everyone together here. I
This
don't know,
is
let's have a nice friendly wrestling. I mean, I know my first words in this podcast, but fuck you, Terry Peters. But let's have a nice friendly wrestling podcast.
This is going to be wrestling around Civil War. You'll be all over this, Lou, since you're such a big Marvel
Yeah,
fan.
that's a good thing. Yeah, I would be Iron Man in this.
It's wrestling around World
Does he
War.
win? Does Iron Man win?
Yeah, Peters is Hawkeye.
'Cause you
Hey,
hate him.
I watched the film with I watched the film with Hawkeye.
Peters is
last night.
Hawkeye because you hate him and think he's shit.
Yeah,
Hawkeye's
yeah.
good.
No, Hawkeye's the worst one.
You're the worst one.
Oh,
Hawkeye started his own YouTube channel, didn't plug his podcast on it. That's what I heard.
Hawkeye got his new Avenger friends.
That's what I heard. Yeah. But that was good. No, what was it? Was it the Bourne? No, what's he in? The Bourne. There's no one of the Bourne films, isn't he? Oh,
Is,
sure.
is he not in the Bond film that doesn't have Matt Damon in it?
Yeah.
I watched him in a film last night as well, actually, called The
What?
Town.
What else is he in?
The Town, the one with is that the one with Ben Affleck?
Yes, he's
Ben
also
Affleck.
in.
I liked him as Batman. No one else did.
I think he was let down by the film.
I just got really sad that. I mean, to be fair, I've not seen the Batman film. I've only seen him in Suicide Squad. Not Suicide Squad. Well, he's in there for a brief second. And
Oh, Suicide Squad is
Justice
terrible.
League.
Have you not seen Batman vs Superman?
That's
No,
meant to be
you got-
horrendous.
You got to pay. You got to pay for an hours, and Justice League was free.
I mean, I get bored by all superhero films, but I mean, I don't think it's as bad. I think some people said it was bad, so it's one of them where everyone thinks it has. Everyone, you know, it's cool to say it's bad. It's like the reverse of the Joker.
One of my favourite Christmas films is a superhero film.
What film's that?
Santa
Ted.
Claus.
No, Jingle All the Way, where Arnie plays Turbo Man. It's got the little
Never
kid,
seen it. Never seen it.
and it's got Jake Lloyd from Star Wars. I was Anakin Skywalker in it. It's great stuff.
Oh, he
Get it watched.
didn't he? He got
Yeah,
loads
he
of
could.
abuse and quite, didn't he?
Yeah.
Quite acting.
Yeah, get Jingle All the Way watched. It's got Tom Hanks' wife in it as well, Rita, whatever her name is, Rita Hanks.
Jacobite.
Tom Hanks' wife, Rita Hanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, that's her name. Her name's
I
Vince.
don't- Why could you not think of a last name then?
No, because she doesn't go by Rita Hanks. I don't think. I think she goes by another name still.
Now, what should go by?
Oh, what's Tom Hanks' wife's name? Oh, yeah, Mrs. Hanks.
Thanks. What was the
I
last
don't-
name? I'm gonna Google it because we can't leave this, can we?
Yeah, you've got to do it. Tom Hanks, he's
Rita Wilson.
There you go, Rita Wilson. See, or
Yeah.
Rita Hanks.
I think you met. We're going off topic here, but you've both seen Castaway, right?
Sure, I've.
Well, Wilson of the little netball, whatever it is, football thing.
Peter's you're like the biggest movie buff out of the three of us.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
Not seen Casper. What? It's an absolute classic.
You've seen like every movie.
I've not
seen about
every movie.
3 films and he's
Yeah, but
watched
you've seen a lot more than me. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, to be fair, all we've seen is Marvel and Castaway.
Watching all the Marvel films this
And
year
the
is
Alan Partridge film.
double the amount of films that I've watched in my lifetime, I think.
But anyhow, what I was going to say is, do you think that came out before he met Rita Wilson? Do you think that's
He was on his own now, eh?
Or do you think, yeah, no,
Oh, right, it's Wilson.
it's Wilson. So do you think maybe he was just like in character for too long after that had filmed? He was just running around shouting Wilson. Rita's like, what do you want?
Wilson. Like, she was like, what? And they got married.
And then it was love at first sight.
I reckon so. I saw Tom Hanks once. He was at a basketball game. No, an ice hockey game I was at. And he was Wilson was with him. The ball, not his wife, like the actual ball. Wilson was with him at the New York Rangers.
Still not the best Wilson.
Who was the best Wilson?
The dog from Friday Night Dinners.
I don't watch Friday Night Dinners.
Why?
Great.
Because everyone wants me to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
What a hipster response that is.
It's become quite apparent that I am anti-establishment without trying to be anti-establishment.
That's it.
Yeah, just a bit.
I mean, it's got people I would like.
Got Jim Rosenthal's.
Yeah, it's got I don't know his real name, but Statham from Green Wing.
Yeah, he's what's his real name? Mark Heap.
Yeah, it was. I assume he's sort of been typecast and he either plays the same character.
It's the same character in everything he's in. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit like Simon from In Between Us.
I thought you meant Simon Baird, but you mean Simon. Simon was in the guy who, what's his name? Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas. Joe Carter.
Joe Carter.
Yeah, Joe. He's always the same guy no matter what he's in.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh Meat. You've seen Fresh Meat?
But he had a soul patch in Fresh Meat, so it's different.
I mean, in Fresh Meat could literally have been the In Between sequel.
It was just In Between us at uni, wasn't it?
It should have been really, shouldn't it? Think of it, a spin-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Channel 4, it's all the same production, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should we do some wrestling?
Nah.
Please.
Do we have to? Alright, go on.
That's why the people are here.
Actually, before we start, Peters, have you got an Oakland Raiders t-shirt on?
No, it's the Count from Sesame Street.
It's the Count. It's the Count from Sesame Street.
I don't know what I was expecting. It wasn't that.
I thought you got stopped.
Hey.
Yeah.
No, he's still on. The issue is Louis hasn't been stopped.
If you fold one of the letters over, it makes a rude word.
Oh, bloody hell, look at that.
Yeah.
Cow. Right.
Count. Count.
The count, yeah. The cot.
Right. He's in the start. I did think that I thought it was Raiders, but then Terry Peters not that cool.
I've had this t-shirt, which will come to a great surprise to you about 4 years.
Well, they're the Las Vegas Raiders anyway now, are they? So
they are.
I was out of touch. Yeah.
Are they not Oakland anymore?
No, they've moved.
It was LA Raiders, wasn't they? Back in the day.
And there's the LA Rams as well.
Day, yeah.
The LA Rams as well.
NWA, and not Ric Flair in this posse, the other one.
Yeah, they all of them, but now they both left, didn't they? But then the Rams went back.
Oh, there we go. Speaking of Rams, St. Louis. That'll come up later on.
What the hell? It should do, because I forgot to bloody Google the menu.
Well, we'll just get into it. We'll just get into it. Survivor Series 1998. So it was on the 15th of November at the Kiel Centre. That's Kiel. For anybody there who hasn't done the research that was supposed to do before the show.
Like a big idiot.
Feedback.
It's at St. Louis, Missouri. There's 21,179 people there. Blue. People at Kiel Centre, St. Louis Rams, St. Louis, Missouri. What were they having to eat?
Well, I think you'll find that the Kiel Centre is a company of chartered psychologists and registered ergonomics offering professional services to the industry. Possibly found the wrong
Doesn't sound that
website.
does it? If I'm honest with you.
That's because that's KEIL.
Right. Classic mistake. KI.
But what were they having? What were the lads having? I don't know, because I can't find it. I'm sure they're having some. They're all having some food.
Can we just, while you're doing that, can we just say, while you're doing your job, Lou, can we just say, the crowd, there was some good signs in the crowd today.
Yeah, they're hot, aren't they?
Crowd was up. And also, I can't remember what match it was in, but there was 3 lads at the front. One was dressed as Kane, one was dressed as Mankind. I think the other one was dressed as Goldust. Front row, right behind the camera.
Yeah.
And halfway through, obviously you see him straight away, and then you forget that they're there. And halfway through, I just saw Kane stood up with this like old school camera. The ones with the big, massive lens on. It was the most surreal thing I've ever seen at wrestling. Have you found it yet? I'm sort of just
there's nothing on the website.
shredding water here.
Rubbish.
I think it doesn't exist then. They just
No,
let
it
everyone
exists.
go hungry.
It's called the Enterprise Centre now, but there's just nothing to do with. Oh, you're not allowed to bring in weapons.
Oh, that's alright.
That's you out the window then, isn't it?
So you're not allowed to loiter, trespass, or solicit.
Was that a thinly veiled insult there, Peters?
That's what you're saying.
I believe he called you a weapon.
Yeah, well, that's outrageous. Yeah. Would I insult Terry Peters on this show?
I mean,
to be fair, you've been ordered to, so
I have it's feedback. I guess do what the
you've got to do what the fans want. The fans don't know that we're here.
Disruptive behaviour. Know how to do. Know how to stand on the chairs. Know how to take your top off, Peters. Literally nothing about. Other than the fact that you're not allowed to take your own food and drink in. It says nothing.
I think they go hungry.
You could go hungry. Maybe that's why they're also rabid and angry because they were starving.
Yeah, they're out to eat.
I do have another issue with an issue with the crowd. I did praise them earlier for the fan situation had been quite hot, but there was also 3 kids near the front who kept holding signs up with their own name. Sit down.
Yeah.
No one needs to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I was like, before the internet though, that was the only way people could know your name.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I wanted to do that once, but everyone convinced me not to when I went to see England versus Greece. I was going to take a sign, it was like Lou.
Yeah, right.
But I didn't do it. But how else do you get famous?
I don't know. Do something that matters.
No, that's the point in that. You want people to see your name, forget about that's him.
Oh, Christ.
But no, I've got an issue with the crowd as well.
One.
I don't know the fact they were starving. On the front row, there was an old woman who looked like David Hasselhoff.
That's your issue with the crowd, is it?
Yeah. Real tanned, she was. She was an old woman. She went to the gym a lot, but like in the 70s, all those types.
Who sort of wears like a sweatshirt and gym pants.
Yeah, but she was just
baggy gym sweats.
Yeah, but she was there, and she looked like David Hasselhoff. Yeah.
Mm. Peters, did you notice anything about the crowd?
Billy Gunn laughed at one of the signs.
We'll get to that. I've got that. We'll get to that in their match.
Other than that, they were very, very hot.
It was hot. It was 98. This is the boom period, isn't it? Stone Cold just gone on top.
They cheered everyone. I don't think there was any real heels apart from one man that appeared in pretty much every goddamn match.
Yeah, somebody did get. There was a few somebody sucks, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So this Survivor Series, but there's no classic 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 matches. I think there's only 2. There's this one in 2002 where they have the Elimination Chamber match instead.
Ah.
I don't think there's been one since.
No, they have one every year now. It's the main
event. Yeah.
Now we have to pretend that we care about SmackDown versus Raw.
Whoa.
To be fair, yeah.
Whoa.
Reigns
They pull out some good matches when they do it. Like, it means nothing.
Out, but like people don't ever care for November. And then
it is weird because they only have the draft in October and then they do it in November. So like everyone was fighting each other like last week. But that's a good match to Noah, which I really like.
There was the brand loyalty is crap, but there was a great line by Roman Reigns on SmackDown this week. Well, absolutely ruined Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
If his nobody watches Raw comment.
He's done now.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre's done.
Oh, that was.
Watch him on main event next week. He's done.
That's good. He's going back in 3MB.
He's going back to WCPW.
Oh, good stuff. But yeah, there's no traditional Survivor Series match. There is a Deadly Games tournament. So Deadly Games
it's a deadly game.
Right, before I explain the deadly games, then
It's a deadly game.
what's up with that theme tune?
It's terrible, isn't it? Of all the things to pick, it was one of the worst things I've ever heard. You know when you think like you want to make it sound cool and a bit hard and stuff, and then you pick "It's a deadly game." It's like, oh man, talk about degrading your own product instantly.
Lou, I assume you will.
Deadly game.
I assume you love the theme tune.
Well, it was in that. Did we do like a show like really early on in when we used to be doing this for like 57 years now? That's how long we've been in lockdown. But one of the first shows we did do is like it was in the middle of the Attitude Era and whatever the one before was, and it was a mix of like cheesy American stuff and also Attitude Era stuff. This felt the same, didn't it? But it also felt too late for it.
Was it the Stone Cold's first pay-per-view as champion?
Yeah, is it Unforgiven?
Which was 98, and
Was it 98? Bloody hell!
it was this year.
Yeah, it was just in the middle on it of that cheesiness of the Nazis and the Attitude Era.
We're a bit more. Yeah, I've just wrote about it here. Odd choice for a theme tune. that's my one note about that. So we've got a 14-man tournament. Undertaker and Kane get buys. We have a tournament because the title's vacant. Basically, Austin won the title at WrestleMania. He's then defended it against Dude Love. Check that out in the archives, one of the early ones. There's been loads of shenanigans with Austin, McMahon, Kane, and Undertaker. Basically, I think Taker and Kane simultaneously pinned Austin at one point. Then there was a count out, and then there was a match where if Austin attacked Kane or the Undertaker, he'd get fired. He did subsequently get fired. He then, everyone's seen it. I had no idea it was from this time period. The Austin 316 bang with the gun. That was prior to this pay-per-view, if you didn't know. We've all seen it. You know, we get some in the ring with a gun.
Vince Ware.
Yeah, Vince Ware himself. So basically, Austin got fired, so the title got made vacant. Shane McMahon then you got your chugging knees, aren't you? Christ.
Saturday night, innit?
No.
What? Day is it?
Sunday.
Oh, fucking hell, I'll go work tomorrow.
That's a professional, yet again. What are you having today?
It's a long shot grapefruit.
Nice.
Shout out to Long Shot. Good celts.
Good celts. So we have it. Yes, Austin got fired, so the title was stripped. Shane McMahon then rehired him on a 5-year contract with a chance of a title shot.
Good
and
lad.
In this tournament, so the 14 men in this tournament, we've got Mankind, who's sort of being pushed by Vince McMahon. Al Snow, Lou's favourite Jeff Jarrett. Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Big Boss Man. Steven Regal. Who only made
I can't wait to get to his match.
Yeah, he only made his debut a few weeks prior to this.
When he was still a man, a real man's man.
Yeah, X-Pac. Winner of a tournament already in this year, which I think we did as well. Ken Shamrock. He was King of the Ring. Gold Dust. The Rock. Undertaker and Kane are both on buys. Triple H and a mystery man. Vince McMahon has basically done the bracket himself. So he comes out in a wheelchair. I couldn't find anything to why he was in a wheelchair.
Later on in commentary, it said about his ankle.
Right. It was such a big deal.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, but basically Vince McMahon starts it. He introduces the first round matches. They've all got a 10-minute time limit. He introduces his pick Mankind, who he's put Mankind in a suit basically. He's trying to make him more representable for the company, to be a company guy. And he's going against a mystery opponent, Vince. Read some stats out about. He's broke the record for the win-loss record. Even name drops WCW, which I thought was a bit.
Was he trying to pretend it was someone else? I was trying to think of someone else who had a similar record, because the crowd always thought it was Shawn Michaels, didn't he?
Yeah, the crowd. It was not. It was not Shawn Michaels.
Because I was wondering who it was going to be. I thought it was when he was reading out. I thought it was the Bulldog. I don't know if that lines up with when he left. Came back again.
Well, when was Bret Hart?
Was it Bret Hart? It could have been. When was Bret Hart? It's like Jim Roster mentioned like 1,000 times in the show.
Was it 97?
97 is the year before. It was the year before.
Literally the year before.
Yeah.
Maybe he was trying to make it was one of them then.
Yeah, possibly.
But it is none of them. It is in fact Dwayne Gill. Yeah.
How lucky were WWF at the time that the Twitter didn't exist.
Oh god, yeah.
Couldn't get away with that now, could you?
No.
I
It's
stopped.
like you couldn't get away with it then.
Yeah, it's just not very good, is it?
I mean, Dwayne Gill comes out. He has a video package which he's never had before.
This is before he was Gilbert. This is like before they were famous.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a thing as Dwayne Gill. I thought he was always called Gilbert.
It was just a random job, wasn't he?
Right.
Brooklyn
He's
Brawler
scared.
was my other guess, actually. It was the Bulldog or Brooklyn Brawler. It was the two I narrowed it down to.
Right. I mean, he has pyro. He's scared of his pyro.
Of course.
Mankind versus Dwayne Gill goes 30 seconds. Mankind hits a double arm DDT to win. First time he's ever done it.
Oh, really?
Classic finish, yeah. Jim Ross said
Oh,
he's
that's
never used that finishing maneuver before.
Wow. Did not know that.
What do we make the all opening things? You can't really comment on the match, can we?
I just put this happened.
Right.
Well, you know, I think Meltzer didn't give it a rating, and I think that's because it was just so damn good. You know, if it
Yeah,
happened
he
to Tokyo
didn't
Dome,
give it right. If it
Five-
had been in
5 stars.
Tokyo, though, it'd have got a dud.
5 stars.
This is one of them pay-per-views where,
Tells the story, doesn't it?
yeah, you're watching that now, Peters, and I was a bit like you thinking, oh well, this just is what it is. But you get to the end, and then you go back and you if you watch this again now, I'm like, oh my god, this is so clever.
I'm sure at the time it all made sense. To be fair, and I mean, when you get to the end, it does. But at the time, it will made even more sense than what it does to someone 22 years later. Okay, I'm sorry, I've just realised that 98 is not like 4 years ago, like it feels sometimes.
No,
So yeah, that was a long time ago.
Quick maths.
It's a deadly game.
It was a long time ago. Life is a series of closing doors.
Yeah, there we go. Mankind, he's a hardcore champ. Did you like his suit?
The corporate suit.
Where's the tie? I no time for his bow tie.
It's too big for him.
Yeah. The suit or the tie?
The suit. Too
I
baggy.
think that's
So he said in his book that he got a suit that Foley said that there was no way he could look good.
Well, no, I
But
mean,
they intentionally made him look bad.
90
like
suits are terrible, but they're obviously doing it
Yeah.
as well to take the piss out of him, aren't
Yeah,
they?
he said in his
And that's why it looks horrendous.
his autobiography that he intentionally got him an ill-fitting suit so he looked ridiculous.
And
got him dentures as well for his
clean,
teeth.
clean shaven Foley looks ridiculous as well.
Yeah, and he had a ponytail for the first match as well.
Yes.
Yeah, he sort of
Corporate.
progressed, didn't he, as we
Yeah.
go through.
Yeah.
So
Corporate
Mankind's the first person through.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Well
don't count Undertaker and Kane, goodbye.
Yeah, was there any reason why they got by?
Well, they was in the title picture beforehand.
Okay.
WWE do this all the time. They
14-man
always do.
tournaments they do.
Yeah, why did you do 16? I don't understand why they do it.
You're gonna fit 2 more matches, aren't you? I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, it's like WrestleMania 4 all over again, live from the Trump Plaza.
Yeah, but they always do. Or just, I don't know, maybe do 8-man tournament then.
No, this is great.
Or do 16, but do the first round on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah,
Or
no, I think it's right. 32-man tournament one night. Boom.
what, for 3 hours? Yeah.
Yeah, done. 5-hour special.
That would be a short pivot.
No, I liked it. I like this tournament format. This tournament vibe. Good.
I imagine it'd be really exciting to watch
Mm.
in '98.
It was like what Survivor Series 2015 should have been, but it wasn't. Well, I get to that at the main. I'll get to that at the main event.
Was that Roman Reigns 515?
Yeah, I'll get to that
Yeah.
at the end. Yeah, that was the difference between then and now.
Right. Before we get there, then we go backstage with Sable. She was attacked by Jacqueline on Heat. Is Heat quite new at this point? Because they mentioned it loads. There was
Yeah,
loads-
it's on MTV as well, and it was a big deal. I think it wasn't like it was like a WWE.com thing.
they've got a
Did
match.
they even have SmackDown at this point?
I don't think so.
So I think
No.
Heat must have been the second biggest show then.
Yeah.
No,
Which is
SmackDown
amazing.
wasn't a thing.
We kept up with the wrestling by purely watching Heat on Channel 4.
Yep.
We
Dean
did.
Malenko in the light heavyweight title every week.
And I learned today that apparently the Nitro we used to watch on Channel 5 was a month behind. And they cut half of it out because Channel 5 didn't want any violence. But they didn't cut it out and like edit it together again. They just cut stuff out. And we also got different commentary.
Uh,
Yeah. I learned all this morning on Bischoff's podcast.
Oh.
We were fed on scraps. That's what I'm saying.
Because I had heard that it was a different show. I didn't realise it was a month behind though.
Yeah, there's a month behind as well.
Oh. Well, I suppose if you've got no internet, you don't know, do you?
Exactly. We had no idea.
JR said this once when people were whinging that the New Japan he was commentating on was like behind, and he went, "Well, I ain't seen it. You haven't seen it, so it doesn't matter."
Yeah, I don't know, but sometimes it feels weird, doesn't it? Like not listening to stuff that's up to date, even though it's about older stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, strange.
I don't know. But if you've got no, I suppose if you haven't got the access to the internet, you don't know the results anyhow. You don't know it's not live, or you don't know it's behind here.
No, we were none the wiser. Yes.
Oh, there we go. Well, that's probably 20 odd years, and you only just
I just learned. Yeah.
Right, the next match, the next first round match is Jeff Jarrett against Al Snow. Jarrett comes down with Deborah McMichael. Is she Deborah McMichael in this, or is she just Deborah?
Just I don't know.
Just Deborah, isn't she? Jeff Jarrett's obviously got a guitar. Al Snow's got a head.
Was she married to Mongo? Have we covered this before?
I think she was. Stephen McMichael. Let's have a look. Deborah.
I feel like we have covered this before.
I think she. Deborah McMichael. There we go. Wikipedia solves all on it. Steve McMichael, yeah, for 3 years, and then she was married to Austin for 3 years.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a bit of it. It's a bit. Who was better, Steve McMichael or Steve Austin?
Steve McMichael.
Yeah, we won't go into the actual man. I'm talking purely in a wrestling sense.
Okay.
Who's got the better Twitter? Steve McMichael. Well, it's not even his Twitter, is it? But
Move on.
The Mongo Twitter is incredible. I mean, none of these first round matches go very long at all, do they? Because they can't, because they're all wrestling about 5 times in a night.
Yeah. They don't need to either, I think.
No, this one only went 3 minutes. Deborah gets involved. She tries to use head. Snow and Jarrett then both use head. Jarrett tries to use a guitar. Snow wins after pinfall. He's going through. Al Snow going through. Lou, you'll be happy about this. Jeff Jarrett's done. He's done for the night.
Yeah, that's good. That's the other thing I've got to say about it, really. It was weird how like, Al Snow has been treated as a semi-serious wrestler at this point. That was strange.
Yeah, it is bizarre.
Yeah. But yeah, it was what it was, wasn't it? No, not offensive. It was like, what, 3 minutes, yeah.
I think he's already in a rivalry as well. I think a lot of these.
Yeah, that's what I really liked about it.
Already in
Like,
rivalries.
every story was like interconnected.
Which is. This is Russo, isn't it?
Yeah, this is like Russo's masterpiece.
And for Russo, that's quite a good effort, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that was his full thing, wasn't it? That was Russo's big thing. Everybody has a
Just
story.
think like, yeah. 2 years later, he was creating Bash at the Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. And War Games 2000.
This is his peak.
This is it. I think he left just after this, actually.
Yeah, there's a really good, interesting podcast in, and why everyone says Vince McMahon has too many writers. There's a reason why, isn't there? Because basically Russo left him in the ship.
Yeah.
Russo and Ed Ferrara, the only ones who knew what was going on.
Ed Ferrara, Christ.
Bloody Ed Ferrara.
And they both left at the same time, handed a month's notice in, and then they just had to sort of piece things together. It's on one of those something to wrestles, and I can't remember which one it is. But I think it is around this time.
Yeah, it definitely is. But yeah, I think it might have been on the one that was discussing the show, actually. No,
Maybe it was. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Two Peters, did you like this better than the Dwayne Gill match?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad little match, this, to be fair, was it? Although Big Davey gave it a dud.
Outrageous.
I thought it was all right.
This is the issue. We say this every week, but this is the issue because it said the story, didn't it? It's never going to be. It's never going to be a 5-star classic in the first round of a tournament where you're wrestling 3 times on the thing. Yeah, is it?
I thought it was all right, to be fair. And as well, the little missed weapon shots at the end, I thought were quite a nice little touch.
But yeah, it was a story of the weapon, wasn't it? The head versus guitar.
That's it.
And Al Snow did a flip off the steps. What's that about?
Yeah, Al Snow.
Yeah, I think he just come back at this point from ECW.
I believe, yeah, because he sort of went in between, didn't he? And
I
think because he was just sort of, when was the Job Squad? Was that after this?
That was after.
This is when it looked like they were positioned to be something more than the comedy wrestler. I think, he was a comedy wrestler, but
not as he didn't turn out as. Yeah, he wasn't as comedic as what he turned out.
You all know the story about how he come to have head.
Yes, he found it.
Yeah, it didn't just go live to him, and he just picked his head up and started screaming at her.
Something like that, yeah. He found it, didn't he?
And then I think he somehow come across a load of heads in a bin or something. You know, like the polystyrene ones. To check ECW.
It was like in a department shop, wasn't it, or something,
Yeah.
like a bin, skip or something.
I
It was like complete accident.
Yeah, I knew it started in ECW, but I didn't know where it came from actually.
Also, and this is completely unrelated, but you know Drew McIntyre, Claymore, one of the best finishers around. Isn't it?
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Do you know how he did that the first time?
He knocked himself out doing it in a match by mistake.
Well, it was while he was in 3MB. He went for a big boot, but his pants were too tight, couldn't do it properly, and ended up jumping instead of doing the big boot, because obviously lifted his right leg up to do the big boot, but his pants were that tight, he lifted his left leg up as well. Yeah. Imagine if you'd never done that.
Anyone do a Claymore.
Anyways, yeah. Did not know that.
There we go. Full of facts.
I thought you were going to say he needs to ditch the ponytail and he's in street clothes, because I would agree.
Yeah.
Either have it down or just get a man bun, man.
Stop dyeing your beard as well.
The ponytail's just too much. It's like Steven Seagal.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, I think so. 2020, possibly.
He's only one with the ponytail these days, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the reason for that.
Bit Dave Seaman-like, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just man bun or just have it down. But can't be doing this ponytail.
Do you reckon if Seaman played football now, he'd have had a man bun?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, as I say, he wouldn't have had long hair because it's not the fashion anymore, but I don't think moustache and ponytail was the fashion back then, was it?
What do you mean long hair's not the fashion anymore?
Well, no, but it's not like all the new footballers don't have long hair anymore, do they?
What's he talking about?
Yeah, you are the only person left with long hair.
That's not the case.
Even you man bun yours. You don't have a sweet ponytail.
No, exactly, because they're just lame, don't they, ponytails?
Right, that's enough for Dave Seaman. Yeah. We'll move on to the third first round match then. We've got Big Boss Man. He's only recently just come back.
Yeah, he was a
and
big
boy,
brother.
don't you know it?
As his sort of SWAT team man.
Hmm.
And he's going against.
Yeah, he didn't look like a police guy, did he? Like you say, he looked like a SWAT guy.
He's going against Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Rest in peace, but they made Boss Man like a fucking geek all the way through this show.
Yeah, he didn't do good.
It makes sense when you get to the end.
It does, but he's just come back and he made him like an absolute geek, like all the way through.
Yeah.
But just bear with. Everyone bear with.
Right.
So they start fighting straight away. Big Boss Man's having a little thing with Stone Cold. He basically rolls outside and uses his nightstick. Austin wins by DQ. They keep going back to McMahon backstage, showing him. Basically, Big Boss Man got rid of his place to beat the crap out of Stone Cold.
This was clever.
Vince is even interviewed by Michael Cole, saying, "You don't know he's gone through now." Vince is like, "Yeah, but at what cost?"
God damn it, pal.
Vince was watching the TV properly.
Yeah, he was watching it properly, right?
Yeah.
It's odd. His head wasn't going to turn off like a little owl.
It's like a new thing now, isn't it? There's a lot of old school stuff where they've watched the TV properly.
It's strange, isn't it, how they could film it then, but they can't now. What's going on?
I think it's because now CRT TVs would have been flickering when you're filming them, whereas the HD ones don't. That's I wonder if they do that now so you can see what people are actually watching.
So who will Stone Cold be facing in the next round? Is either X-Pac or Steven Regal. X-Pac is the European champion. Regal's only just debuted. There's a Regal sucks chant pretty early on.
Harsh words.
Lou, what did you make of this iteration of Steven Regal?
What? He's a man. How was this? I thought this was like
man.
He's a real man's man. How was this in 1998? I thought this was so much earlier than this.
I thought this was about 96.
Unreal. And also, but he got in the ring and he still wrestled like an English gent.
Yeah.
That's what's weird about it.
Why did he have a contusion hound?
Because he's a real man's man.
He's a real man's man.
Did you not see him? He was chopping wood, wasn't it?
He squeezed fresh orange juice with his bare hands.
I was surprised he kept his flannel shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh,
but then he was a bit, when you know, he was a bit not the best shape for his career.
Well, it was he had quite a lot of drugs problems, didn't he? Which
Yeah.
you don't want to say worked in his favour, but worked in his favour because they dropped the gimmick.
He dropped him, didn't he? He went back to WCW, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he come back as William Regal, but he was no longer doing the man's man thing.
He was just being Regal, wasn't
But yeah, he wasn't doing it as soon as he wrestled anyway, because he just wrestled like
he? He just wrestled like Regal.
Old school English blue blood, didn't he? It was strange.
Yeah. Did you know on his his like first interview with Vince McMahon, his first meeting, he was on that many drugs he fell asleep.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, but they still hired him. Strange.
Yeah. I think there was a really big fan of him, wasn't he? His wrestling ability literally shone through that much.
But the fact that he fell asleep in his interview didn't mean anything.
I also, I think we mentioned it in the Regal episode, but one of my favourite facts about Regal is when he got a contract offer from WCW and it come in a FedEx box. He didn't know what FedEx was, and he was worried that somebody had ratted him out because he had a few like stolen or fell off the back of a lorry video players around his house. He literally thought the feds were coming to get him.
Oh god. No, Federal Express, yeah, makes sense.
If anyone can find it, I don't think you can anymore, but Steve Austin's podcast, I think you can't, unless you subscribe or whatever, you start paying. I don't think you can get all the old ones anymore, can you?
Yeah, sure.
But it's on there. It's hilarious. X-Pac vs Regal then. This was strange, wasn't it? So it's just a normal match. It's the longest first round match that there is, 8 minutes.
Yeah, why?
Why is this one 8 minutes?
Because they fight to the outside, don't they? So they start fighting outside, and then they get counted out. There's a lot of shenanigans in this.
It's ridiculous. Though. This is I love this show, but this is ridiculous. This whole segment. 8 minutes is far too long to go to a double counter anyway. Is anyone clamoring to see X-Pac versus Steven Regal?
Well, Regal debuted by attacking X-Pac.
I know,
so
but
this
why
was
is
like
8 minutes? 8 minutes. And
know.
then, they both get counted out, and Vince is like, 5 minutes overtime, damn it. We need a winner through, because he realised that Austin's getting a bye to the semi-finals. And it's like, oh no, X-Pac's injured. So surely Regal's won.
I thought this, I brought the exact same thing down.
Well,
if X-Pac can't continue, then Regal wins.
Yeah, the count out, Regal just gets in the ring and he's won.
As I say, Regal should have got in the ring.
Yeah, but then he ran off, and he flounced about in his stupid flannel shirt and his construction hat.
His jeans.
He's got to go chop some wood again, wasn't he?
It's cut off.
Regal in his tight, sexy jean shorts.
Could have gone on a swimming pool and now he's in those cut off jeans. It's an old school reference to Woodford. Shout out to Woodford. Did he still have those signs now? Does anyone try and go into swimming pools and cut off jeans over? They managed to stamp it out completely.
The jeans fade as much as they used to.
I don't know if you get the actual acid wash. Yeah, I think so.
So Regal could have rolled back in the ring, but what makes this even more stupid is that X-Pac was the one doing the attacking when it ended. When the initial bell was rang for the count out, X-Pac was on top of Regal just punching him. Then it goes back to Vince, and all of a sudden X-Pac can't continue.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
Stupidity.
How would he legit got injured?
Why didn't Vince make it a triple threat anyway?
Yeah. Stack the cards against him. Why didn't Vince say no count outs like he did?
Why didn't Vince just not put Austin in the tournament?
Because Shane McMahon put Austin in the tournament.
Okay, that makes sense.
His contract. He set his new 5-year contract.
Yeah.
It's all kinds of wrong.
Terry Peters, you're a man who likes his wrestling. Did you like X-Pac Steven Regal?
But it's not a bad match. But Vinnie Mac, doesn't he? Restarts the match, then says no one's going through. Even though literally Regal goes through. Regal should have gone through.
Yeah, didn't need the impact. Didn't need the whole restart and then not restart.
No.
Weird.
Yeah, she just done the
double
count.
Leave it as a count out and be like, oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, Vince could have been like, God damn it, Austin's got a bye.
Yeah, and could have just left it at that. I don't know. Yeah, it felt too convoluted, didn't it? I can see what they were going for, like making sure that Vince was like really against Austin, but it didn't work, did it?
Yeah,
it's just crap, wasn't it?
We should have had Austin versus Regal. We were screwed.
That would have been a good match, wouldn't it? Was that a
not all the time. It's a Regal versus fucking
Regal's
sexy lumberjack. No, I don't think at all.
What you just said then, Regal's a sexy lumberjack, that wouldn't be good. I don't know the word what you.
Well, we've seen one match. Was it great? What did Melts give it?
Melts gave this 3/4.
3/4.
Surprising that, because he normally likes X-Pac, he normally likes Regal, doesn't
Didn't
Yeah,
on
that's
this
a double
one.
count. He always counts it down if it's an unfinished, doesn't he?
he? Yeah. This is the classic though, isn't it? What they always say.
Unless you're Kenny Omega, and it's fine.
If someone new comes in, they have a rivalry with X-Pac, see how good they are.
Yeah,
There you go, there again. Regal comes in, rivalry with X-Pac.
yeah. I guess it makes sense. But
Correct.
You know,
Yeah.
the sort
no,
of
it
game-
was. I know it was only 8 minutes. So it didn't really matter in a long game of things, but 4 minutes could have done this, I guess.
Yeah.
And we'll go on to the second to last match of the first round. We've got Ken Shamrock. He's going against Goldust. Shamrock's the Intercontinental Champion. And also, like I said earlier, the winner of the King of the Ring 98. So he knows how to win a ton, according to JR. I mean, this match was 5 minutes. Nothing really happened in any of these matches. We'll go through the finish. Goldust goes for the Shattered Dreams, but the ref jumps in the way. Is that ref Jimmy Corderas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He jumps in the way. Shamrock, I don't think I've ever seen him do this before. It's Hurricanrana.
That was weird. That was.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what was really weird all night actually, and Jim Ross even picked up on it. The refereeing was all over the place.
Yeah, the refereeing was crap.
What was going on?
Tim White in one of the matches is terrible.
Is
They
it as bad as
they were just letting
WCW
stuff.
refs?
It was when Corderas jumped in the way.
I mean,
Like, surely if he's got to jump in the way to stop someone kicking someone in ads,
He's got to stop it.
you've got DQ him, haven't you, for attempting to
trying
kick
him
someone in
in
ads.
the nuts.
yeah, if I was the ref, I would have just let him do it and then DQ'd him.
No, but then you're not protecting the competitors, which is what as a combat referee you should be doing, shouldn't you?
I don't know. You're not there just to uphold the rules.
No, they always just jump in UFC now, don't they? Oh, get off him! He's done, and fucking dive in, don't they?
Well, I'm go- so, but you know, you go with football.
So he's jumping in the way. Like, look, you're just going to run up and kick him in an ads, and I've had to jump in the way to stop you. In a sporting term, you'd be DQing him, wouldn't you? Sure.
Yeah,
But again, also, if you're hitting someone with a steel chair while the steps are on top of him later on, you DQ him, wouldn't you? So, who knows?
Ref.
All the referee was just very, very lenient. I don't describe it as.
So yeah, that is true. Shamrock hits the hook around it, and then the ankle lock to win. Shamrock's going through. Terry Peters.
Oh, it's the Sprite trumpet. Sprite trumpet.
You realise it's Sunday now, and you're not going to have any more salsa.
Yeah, it's correct. So
Have you realised you pounded 2 seltzers in like 40 minutes?
that as well?
Get on the old lemonade.
Certainly does. But yeah, everyone loved the Diet Coke Bell. We got some great feedback on the Diet Coke Bell last week. People were big fans. And now the Sprite trumpet has just arrived. So that's pretty good.
Terry Peters, Shamrock vs Goldust. Come on, add a bit of sense.
I've wrote 5 words.
And
It is what it is.
do you know all just give up now with notes? You know what I mean? When we first started.
No, do you want to ask me what I wrote, Russ?
Oh, you're right.
I forgot to write anything for this match. I remembered it. Like, normally.
The thing is, genuine though, in the matches so far, we've had a 30-second match, a 3.5 minute match, a 3-minute 20 match, an 8-minute 10, which you could probably write a little bit on, which we did, and a 5-minute 50. What can you actually write in great depth of those matches?
I agree with Piers.
Genuine, what can you write?
I did last week as well, but
You can't absorb a lot from a wrestling match in that time.
yeah, I think if you
I mean,
go
the
on a match
next
for match
one-
basis,
The next one, what? Just what?
Oh, we'll
Just wait till we get to that.
Like, not wanting to go too far, but like, your format's fucking shit because we're going through match by match. It's all rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
You need to see this as a movie, a masterpiece.
Oh, well, you got to go through match by match, and we'll get to the end of it.
Imagine we're doing Citizen Kane or Avengers Infinity War. One of the great movies of all time.
Have you even seen Citizen Kane?
No, is it good?
That. And I won't watch.
Is it the actual? If they're not, if WWE never done Citizen Kane like with Kane,
I feel like we got Monster Among Elves, didn't we, or whatever it was, with Braun Strowman. I feel like if Kane had been around that was 100% would have happened.
Yeah, definitely.
when they were doing all the WrestleMania 21 promos, when they were in different movies, surely Kane was in Citizen Kane.
No.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking
What a-
of there,
what a waste.
Being a Citizen Kane, it's got nothing to do with wrestling whatsoever. But The Simpsons, they go to like a movie restaurant, and
Did
Homer's
it
like, "Oh my
completely
god!"
ruin Citizen Kane?
No, Homer's like, "Oh my god, that's the Kane from Citizen Kane." They just got someone's like Kane in a box, and then I think Lisa's like, "Wait a minute, there's no Kane." And then one of the waiters is just like sit down, girl. So, it's in the classic era of Simpsons. You know what I mean? The golden era.
Yes, I don't know. Citizen Kane good?
It's one of them. I think it's one of them. It's probably not that good, but because everyone says it's good, you're supposed to like it. Shawshank Redemption.
It's actually one of my favorite films.
You've never seen it.
Being John Malkovich.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I have. It's brilliant. Have you seen it?
No.
I do your homework next week. Watch Being John Malkovich. Join us for Moving Around next week, where we'll be discussing Being John Malkovich.
Right. So Sam McGoldus, we'll move on to Peter's next favorite bit. All right. Before we get there, it's pointless discussing it because it was just pointless being on there. But Michael Cole's update on Stone Cold. What was all that about?
Don't remember anything. That's what happened.
Michael Cole went to the back. Michael Cole's there with his frosted tips. Oh, and his weird mustache.
He didn't have frosted tips this time. He just had normal hair, didn't he?
Weird spiky hair then.
This was Cole OG. Cole was actually, he became like the lead announcer on Raw like a month after this.
Yeah, but a lot of Attitude Era moments, it's Cole.
Yeah.
You don't realise. But basically, Cole just says, "I've got an update on Stone Cold. He's refusing medical attention. He'll be back there for his next match."
Don't be a hero, Stone Cold. Just take the medical attention.
No,
could have won. If you're not so proud,
I've never understood
the medical attention. Could have won.
But the heroes refusing medical attention. I'd get the medical attention, then go out.
Yeah, exactly. No one knows. No one knows you've done it. They're all going to still cheer you anyway.
Yeah.
You're like, you're good, you're healthy.
Yeah, I mean, if I've got loads of bruises and someone says, "Here, this ice pack will up," I'm like, "Oh yeah, cheers, mate."
I'll take everything.
Oh yeah, he wasn't in this case, but imagine if he was like profusely bleeding and it's coming out everywhere.
Yeah.
Someone says, "I've got a bandage for that." If you want an hand, mate, I'd be like, "Yo, 100% wrap that bad boy up." We're going the next match then to see who faces the win. Faces Ken Shamrock. We've got The Rock. He's supposed to be going up against Triple H. Triple H has been out with an injury, and this was probably one of my favourite bits of the pay-per-view. The Rock comes out with his music, normal, that's fine. Triple H music comes out. It's not Triple H. They do the full entrance. It's Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe.
Mr. McMahon.
Mr. McMahon.
I don't know why I laugh so much when Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe came out.
Gerald Briscoe is one of the greatest wrestling personalities of all time. And it's a damn shame that he's not with WWE anymore.
The Stooges, are they like one of the most underrated Attitude Era sort of people?
Well, it was actually, they're in the highest rated match of all time. On Raw history.
I was going to say, please tell me it's the best evening gown match of all time.
I think it is. It's something ridiculous like that, but they're both involved in it.
That's not on Raw though. That's on the thingy.
It can't be that then. But they're in a match. I don't know if they're tag team or against each other. But it's the highest rated Raw match of all time. It involves those two.
Is it a hilarious hardcore title? Like,
yeah, it's something in that run. I think it's like a year after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's during the madness of the 24/7 hardcore title, and they basically just pay each other to become like.
They do it while they're asleep and stuff, don't they?
But yeah, I love Joe Briscoe in this. Mr. McMahon.
Mr. McMahon.
Gerald Briscoe, he's got an announcement. He says Triple H is injured, so he won't be competing. But they've got a new guy, somebody who's going to take his place. And it's the Big Boss Man. He spends, let's say, 5 seconds running down the ring. Then The Rock hits an inside cradle, beats him after 4 seconds.
Does him.
Big Boss Man. So he's got himself DQ'd. He's now been rolled up in 4 seconds.
Mm-hmm. This is what I mean. He looks like an absolute geek all the way through this.
Yeah, he's not.
And also, like, I guess, like, if you were watching, you knew that Triple H probably wasn't going to be there. But as a fan watching it, I thought I was getting about Rise of Triple H because I essentially not looked. I knew the winner of the overall tournament, but I didn't know how he got there.
Oh, so
I was sat there watching it, like, whoa.
I'd ruined
Triple H. That's pretty cool. Also, I wonder who the mystery Mankind opponents are going to be.
Dwayne Gill.
Well, two massive disappointments of her.
So I read the results and I'd seen Big Boss Man was on it twice. And I was trying to work out how they got rid of Triple H. Because I was trying to, I just wrote all the names down on the bracket that I used at the source site. And then when I saw it on TV, I was like, what? Triple H?
Yeah.
I was interested how to do it. But Triple H had been injured anyhow. And
so he was never going to be there. Yeah.
And for whatever reason, he didn't turn up. So, Peter, did you not like this segment then?
It was just a bit silly. It just made Bossman look stupid again.
See, I have no issues with this because of how it ends.
No, I have issues with it.
No,
because Bossman's never in on it.
No, how do you know?
It's just a geek because it's obvious by the end.
It's all part of.
There's a segment which makes it show that Bossman was just an absolute geek and was ruining everything.
It's usual suspects. You know what I mean? It all adds up.
No, it doesn't.
I think it's clever writing.
No, I thought about that.
You do not think the same.
No, I thought it for a while, and there's one segment where it goes, no, it's just Bossman is just a geek. No, he's not. Rest in peace, obviously. Do you remember that guy who was dressed as Big Bossman who we kept bumping into in Dallas?
OG Bossman as well.
Yeah.
That was great.
We bumped into 5 times for the course of the weekend.
Yeah, well, we were WrestleMania.
Yeah. It's the queue in there for
He wasn't the guy.
DDP.
Yeah, right. He wasn't the guy who turned up with his sons in full suits to Hall of Fame. That was somebody else, wasn't it?
No, that was that big Mexican lad. Yeah, it was.
No,
he was a Geordie. I'm pretty sure Bossman guy was a Geordie.
Was one of them wearing a red suit with these Mexican lads? Sort of James Mitchell.
No, they took it seriously and we didn't, so it was embarrassing on our part, really, I think. We'll get into this in the Christmas special.
We will. Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But
we'll see where Peters attacks someone with a big margarita glass.
Unnecessary.
Yeah,
we could do we had. I was gonna say we could do a podcast next time about the stories of Peters over that that trip.
Basically, that's what the Christmas special is gonna be. Yeah.
Oh, Peters, try and talk your way out of some of these.
I'm ready.
You're probably already thinking already. How can we possibly be friends with this guy? It prepares to get even more confused in the Christmas special. We'll move on now to the quarter-final matches. These all have a 15-minute time limit. The first one is they both got a bye in the first round. Undertaker vs Kane. This is at the end of their feud that never ends really, but I think they've been going for a while.
The one that carries on, then they become a tag team, then they go against each other, then become a tag team, and then they end up in Saudi Arabia in one of the worst matches of all time.
That's it, isn't it?
So it stems from this pay-per-view.
Well, no, this isn't the best.
He's retiring next week, isn't he? Undertaker.
Is he? He's retiring. He put his
done.
eye in the ring, everyone cried, and he came out and bloody got dropped in his head by Goldberg.
He's done.
He's a wrestling slut and he just can't help himself.
Outrageous. No, but it's 30 years, isn't it, this year?
Yeah.
30 years next week.
No, it's not. It's not 30 years.
It is.
No.
Do you not know the concept of time?
He debuted in 91, didn't he?
1990.
No, it said 91 in this pay-per-view.
It's definitely 1990.
It was 1990.
You can't be retiring on 29 years.
Why would they advertise it as 30 years as well?
As well. Yeah.
WWE do this. So they had the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. It was actually the 24th.
Yeah, it was the 25th one, wasn't it? Definitely, it was 1990, I'm sure it was.
I don't want to know. But did you know there's a mid-1960s beat group called the Undertakers?
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
He made his official on-screen debut on the November 22nd at Survivor Series when he was a mystery partner for Ted DiBiase's $1 Million Team.
It was also because he thought he was going to be Eggman, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's JR.
Not where he won the title.
I don't know. JR said he made his debut in 1991 because I was thinking it's all the way through, getting annoyed at.
He definitely didn't. JR does not understand the concept of time, apparently.
Yeah,
so,
that's why he's brought in AEW.
That's why he's listening to JR.
Yeah, trust him.
But yeah, this is. I think they had a terrible Inferno match, didn't they, before this Taker and Kane?
We watched it.
We've covered it.
We've covered it. It's in the archives.
It was terrible.
In the archives.
It's not like you could do, is it, when it rings on fire, in fairness.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of it was alright. Anyway.
Undertaker's back with Paul Bearer. I mean, talk about on and off again couple.
Yeah.
I mean, this is 7 minutes, but nothing happens in this match either, does it?
It's a long 7 minutes as well.
Until Kane hits a choke slam on Undertaker. Paul Bearer distracts him. Taker hits him with a tombstone. Paul Bearer holds Kane's legs down so he can't. Well, holds one leg down. Why you can't kick out is beyond me.
Yeah, big dweeb. Paul Bearer just.
Also,
like that.
no, but he could
It totally weakens Kane, doesn't it? That Paul Bearer holding you like that. And as
it
well,
weakened both because I think it weakened Undertaker. And he needed this,
yeah, and like you say,
little rotund guy outside to fight his corner for him.
But how bad as well did some of those choke slams look? There was one where I'm pretty sure Kane fell to his knees during it.
I would say these two did not have very good chemistry as opponents.
It's surprising, isn't it? Because you link them to it. But Undertaker, for somebody who's giving out so many choke slams, he can't bloody take one, can he?
Well, I think they're both better with smaller opponents, aren't they?
Yeah.
See how many of Taker's matches against big people like Giant Gonzalez, Great Khali have sucked.
Yeah, but that's not all Undertaker's fault.
Well, I'm just saying John Cena got a good match over Great Khali, so it's possible. But
Giant Gonzalez ever had a good match. Think about it.
Yeah, alright, but okay, Yokozuna, I guess no one. Goldberg.
A-Train.
Nathan Jones. Nathan Jones was on his side, wasn't he? Big Show.
Yeah,
Big Show's a good worker.
He likes to have
That's what I'm saying. He's better when he's fighting a smaller guy.
Big Davey Meltz gave this a dud.
I mean, it wasn't very good, was it?
No, it's crap.
I understand, because Kane was still a bit of a monster, wasn't it? I understand Paul Bearer getting involved, but why don't you hit him with the iron or something, or hit him with something, and then do the tombstone? Because then you've still got the same impact, haven't you? Of Kane you needed to do something else to beat Kane.
I would have done. I'd have put this in the first round and had this as the double count out if they're going to do a double count out.
Yeah.
And then also you could have been like, oh yeah, he's set up Austin to verse Kane or Taker in the next round. That's mad. Work both ways.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why you would put this in the second round. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I would have thought Team Madman was a reference to WrestleMania 4. It just happened that way because they thought like it's too big to do anything else.
And then just think, 6 years later, Undertaker will be burying Paul Bearer in concrete.
Yeah.
We need to, when's that? We need to cover that. Is that
Great American Bash 2004?
Is that the match? Is that the match that for some reason the Dudley Boys are in it?
Yeah.
Main event of a pay-per-view is the Undertaker versus the Dudley Boys.
Paul Bearer.
And if Undertaker loses, Paul Bearer gets covered in cement. But then Undertaker wins and goes in cement
anyway. Yeah.
Can't wait till July next year.
There is one good match on that pay-per-view, to be fair.
So that's what I promise. Great American Bash 2004, we're doing it.
Right, you sure?
Yep.
Ted Peters, Dave Meltzer thought this was a dud. Would you agree with him?
Oh, yes.
Thank you for that, old woman Peters.
Oh, big teeth.
What was that?
It was meant to be Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer. Have you got anything else to add that will top that?
What do I write for this? No, just what I said, that it made everyone look weak and just devalued Taker. It was just a bit crap, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's just...
And it went on far too long.
I understand the tournament thing. You can't have...
No, you can't have good matches in and out, but... I mean...
Also something else, but...
As well, put them in a first round match. Don't give them both a bye, surely. Just give one of them a bye. So there's a little bit more explanation of why one of them might be a little bit... I mean, I know they're not saying they're tired, but why it might just not be as good as what you're expecting.
Well, JR the liar, as we now know him to be. He did say Vince put these two together because he wanted them to face each other, but that doesn't say why he put them in the second round.
Yeah, just put them in the first round and have Kane go to her, and then get someone injured or do the double count out thing.
Yeah. Set
So
both on fire.
Yeah, because
Both
wouldn't
end
matter.
up on fire.
And then put Paul Bearer in the second round.
Exactly, Austin's side of the bracket.
Yeah. It should have been
Wouldn't
right
matter.
next. It should have been right next to Austin, and then they both get carried out because they're on fire. How
Yeah,
cool does
so-
the stage look randomly? The stage is pretty cool, isn't it?
The skull.
The skull.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was only tiny and there was fans all around it, I really liked as well.
That's what happens when you're in a deadly games.
Because I was just thinking, one of them could have set the other one on fire with one of the torches from there.
You
Then
know,
they both just go up in flames and they're out.
You're like Michael P.S. Hayes, aren't you? You just come up with something absolutely ridiculous and then get Josh Hardy to do it.
I got an ideal. do. Yeah.
The next match then is Mankind versus Al Snow. Mankind's still wearing his suit.
He's looking a little bit more
Yeah, but
disheveled
is he
in
lost?
this one, isn't he?
Oh, he still had the jacket at this point, didn't
Yeah, but I don't think is this the match we didn't have any shoes on? No, it's the next match we didn't have any shoes.
The next one where he loses his shoes.
So Mankind uses a chair, no DQ. So
But before that, Al Snow as well hits him in the stomach with it.
he? Yeah.
You know, the top of the chair. That's a DQ straight away.
Lax refereeing.
for some reason, Mr. Socko is wrapped around head.
They found Mr. Socko, didn't they?
So is that why he used the double arm DDT in the first match?
Maybe.
Not really
I
explained.
mean, Mr. Socko looks absolutely foul in this thing anyway, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He looks absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, Vince put it there to wind him up or something, didn't he?
Right.
But then he must have known that Al Snow was going to win his first match. The
Yeah.
first he just ran off with Socko. I don't want to work. But
Maybe we would have put it on a guitar or something.
no, because Al Snow had it on, didn't he, in the first match? Sure he did.
I'm surprised this wasn't Socko and Head on a pole match.
Bro.
I mean, there is a funny bit in it. Mankind does attack Head. For wearing the sock. Imagine, do you think Mick Foley was just thinking that? What am I doing?
Oh no, I actually loved it because he was so deep in the character, wasn't
Yeah. But just, sometimes you just take a back step as you're doing it, just punching a styrofoam head. Or if it's made out of.
he? It was just like a full-on model's head, wasn't it? Like
Yeah, so maybe
Yeah.
Because did you know that Al Snow's action figure got banned because
Right.
there was like a parents group that thought it was a severed head.
Yeah.
She got like a little head with it. I think it was Toys. I think it was across the year. I think it was in Toys R Us, yeah.
There's a lot of them, but they don't watch it. There's loads of stuff like games and that, isn't they? Like video games. They get banned and nobody's they don't actually ever know what they are. There's that famous lawyer in there, called like Jack Thompson or something, who tries to ban every video game going. He didn't actually ever play. Hey, do you remember Bully?
Sure, I do.
The game Bully. Just segueing a bit here. But the aim of that game, Bully, I mean, it was called Cannon Eat It or something over here, that.
Yeah.
Is the fact he's fighting his way to the top of the school in order to eradicate bullying.
Wow.
Yet all the parents groups kicked off and wanted it banned, including this Jack Thompson who tried to do whatever his legal proceeding was, because he thought he was bullying people. When in reality, the aim of the game is to get rid of the bullies.
Yeah.
It's a great game, that.
Yeah, it is a good game.
Did I play it? Oh, you had it in your.
I had it on PS2.
Yeah.
I've got my PS4.
Yeah, they remastered it, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
It was a good game, but yeah, so it's sort of stuff like that. So it's exactly the same with the Severed Head. They do exactly the same with wrestling. They don't watch it. They hear from somebody else about what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, wrestling in this time period was horrendous.
Ludicrous. It was.
But still, do you know what I mean? If they've done any research whatsoever, they realise it wasn't a severed head.
Yeah.
And also, if it was a severed head, I'm pretty sure you can get like Jason Voorhees action figures and stuff.
Yeah, but they're not aimed at kids, are they?
What are you aimed for? What?
Single men in the 50s.
So, Pete,
That's
you collect Funko Pops, don't you? Pop
Yep.
vinyls. You must have some pretty. Have you got any graphic ones?
No.
No. But there must be some graphic ones of them, which are worse than Al Snow and Head.
There's ones of like horror films, but I wouldn't have said they were really graphic. They're not, I don't know. What do you aim to play with them? I don't really know. To be fair, I don't. But I think
they
everyone knows
they break very easily.
do they?
Yeah.
Like, mine are all still boxed up.
Yeah,
imagine.
but last time we was at your house, Peters, don't look at your collection again.
Just in the middle of the night, just snapping heads and putting it back in the boxes.
Never open any of the boxes.
Is that like
Imagine.
that?
Oh, God, imagine.
No, but I think
this-
they're a bobblehead. Like I remember my young cousin got one. Can't remember who it was now. One of my young cousins got one, and it was basically just got it and just immediately just pulled the head. Just came off. Just there's a crack and it came off.
There we go.
You
But
get
yeah,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is basically with that sort of thing was it was bullshit by that parents group. And they're all
There was
pleased.
a
Yeah.
lot of bullshit.
No, you got
That
quite
P-
on
That PTA group was full of bullshit.
yeah, that's the guys who organised the school fairs.
No, the Parent Teachers Association, isn't it?
PTC, right? Parent Teacher Council, right?
Oh, yeah, the PTC, sorry.
You said PTA, and I immediately thought it was Parent Teacher Alliance, which is a much better name for it.
Yeah, something like that. I guess it was that's why RTC were best stuff on it.
Yeah.
So it all comes full circle in a way.
So there we go. So Mankind wins after using Mr. Socko, the Mandible Claw, 3 minutes. Mankind will now face Stone Cold in the semi-final, so Stone Cold gets a bye. Lou, Mankind vs Al Snow. Did it live up to your expectations?
Nah, I was expecting like a blood feud. Because they were good friends, weren't they? And then Mick Foley like absolutely ragged on Al Snow in his book. and Al still didn't find it funny. They fell out apparently.
I was thinking for two people that was crazy as these two, it was really disappointing.
Yeah.
I suppose if you only get, there's not a lot else they can do, is there?
No, it's more of a comedy match on it, really.
Yeah, Big Dave gave it half a star.
I know what you're saying. You're saying the 8 minutes for Regal X-Pac could have been cut down to 4, and this could have got another 4 minutes.
And then just done like
Texas Deathmatch.
Yeah. No, just done silly little things, and just made it a little bit more brutal. But
Speaking of books, I'm pretty sure Al Snow has a book out of like How to Survive as like an indie wrestler, and it's got like.
He takes himself very, very seriously, doesn't he, Al Snow?
Oh, I think it's like it's called How to Survive, or it's daft stories from his like being on the road. So I'm sure there's like cooking stuff on his engine and stuff with his car.
He's got a wrestling school in London as well, isn't he?
All over Europe, isn't it?
Which Simon Miller off of What Culture went to. Yeah,
it's all over Europe. You go to that one and he puts you in different places all over Europe to learn how to wrestle.
Yeah, did not know that.
I don't think Simon Miller did, but I think if you're like a young up and coming wrestler, he was on I think it was Wade Keller's podcast. I was listening to it.
Oh, so I mean I could go, and by the way, you need to go to Germany next week.
Yeah, I think that's what basically. I don't know. Obviously, I imagine it's your choice, but that's what he was trying to do.
Who's got the time for that?
Well, if you're trying to become a wrestler, I'm guessing you don't have any other jobs.
You can still do it on the side, can't
you? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So Mankind is going through to face Stone Cold. The next match is a Battle of the Rocks. Ken Shamrock against D-Rock.
Oh, he's a clever boy.
I mean, this match goes 8 minutes. Nothing happens, and then Lou's favorite wrestler, Big Boss Man, comes out. Just sort of.
I've no issue with Big Boss Man. I'm just. It just looked like a geek to me. The entire show. Just looked like an absolute geek.
He just comes on, goes around, walks around the ring for a bit, doesn't he?
The Rock selling of the ankle lock is brilliant.
The Rock is the best seller. Well, one of the best sellers going. He takes a stun better than any man in the world.
How over is the people's elbow as well?
Yeah, I mean, he did that to Pop the Boys, didn't he, on house shows?
Yeah.
And it became like
legit finisher.
It's finished more than the Rock Bottom towards the end.
Yeah, well, that was what it was on all the SmackDown games, was the people's elbow.
All the bookend for you WCW fans.
No, the bookend's different, isn't it?
The bookend's like a.
Because
it's like a.
No, you go down on your knees.
Yeah. It's a sim opener.
No, the bookend's like a rock bottom, but you just.
Sorry, I got you. Yeah.
Shamrock. Say the people's elbow is the finisher. Shamrock kicks out of the people's elbow. Boss Man then. He's not had a good night, has he? So he lost. Well, he got himself disqualified from Austin. He then lost in seconds to The Rock. Comes out. Tries to throw his nightstick to Shamrock. The Rock catches it, uses it on Shamrock, and then chucks it out of the ring. So The Rock wins. And now The Rock will face The Undertaker in the semi-final. But is the Boss Man an absolute clown, or is he not? Is he a genius? I'm settling on genius.
No, I think he's a clown.
No,
at this point, he looks like a clown. When you realise what's going on, he's a genius.
I agree with that.
I don't think he's in on it.
He must be in on it.
No, because at the end, they send him away, don't they? For the final. Did they want him out there if he was in on it?
No, they don't need him out there.
No, he's just
like, did they?
Vince is like, mate, you've done a shit job, so we're going to do this ourselves now. You're useless.
No, you've done everything you was asked of, so have the night off, pal.
No.
Big Dave gave it 2.5.
I've done that off, pal.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
It was what it was, wasn't it? Ken
It's
Shamrock
the
actually beat The Rock in King of the Ring, so it's a bit of a.
Yeah. And then The Rock inducted him to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Really?
TNA Hall of Fame.
Turned up on TNA, didn't he?
Yep.
Mad that, wasn't it? They actually put The Rock on the pre-show. The balls on TNA.
Yeah.
Filmed a video for him and he put him on the pre-show Bound for Glory.
This is TNA though, who were doing like a talent swap. Well, doing a talent swap with WWE because the Horsemen were going in the Hall of Fame and they asked for Christian.
Yeah.
Swapping Ric Flair for Christian.
Bruce Pritchard on Undertaker, didn't he?
He said Undertaker or Cena, didn't he?
They would never have sent them anywhere, though, would they? But yeah, Christian.
I think Conrad said, "Do you think you'd have got them?" And he went, "No, but I'd have at least asked."
Yeah. Yeah, it's Christian using like promoter DVD or something, isn't he?
Team.
Yeah.
Shamrock vs. The Rock then. Did we think it was good? I mean, we saw the. Can you remember the King of the Ring match? Would you say it was better or worse? None of you can remember.
I've slept since then, I can't remember.
Yeah, no idea.
We'll go
with.
When did we do that? Oh, God, that was like episode 12 on it.
In the archives, they're all available.
Is episode 33, 34? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Done a few, haven't we?
I've done more than a lot, really. Well over half a year, though.
Yeah.
Right, we'll move on then. Paul Bearer, he's backstage claiming Undertaker's going to win the title. Cheers for that, Paul.
Did you ever feel like Undertaker just got in the way in this era?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It was like, yeah, because really, his gimmick doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Which one of these is not like the other? It's always Undertaker.
I never liked Undertaker as a kid, and I think this might be why. Because when I look at him now, I'm just like, you just got in the way like the Attitude Era. His best days were his WrestleMania streak. Like the end of his career is probably his best, like up until like 2 years ago.
My favourite iteration of The Undertaker is the American Badass, and I think that's probably because he fit in better.
Yeah, but also it didn't make any sense, did it? Like, I'm a dead guy. Oh, by the way, now I just ride bikes.
Yeah. How about Chip Colombo though? He did the same. You never got him.
Well, no one remembers it. That's why.
Well, I remember it.
All right. Well, he was good because you could create American Badass on the SmackDown games.
Yeah, exactly.
That was his best purpose.
I know what you're saying though about Undertaker though. It's just like, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the Ministry of Darkness comes after this, and I did enjoy that. I don't remember it as a kid, but rewatching it.
Yeah, the Ministry of Darkness was great.
Yeah, that was a bit
when he's embalming people with Paul Bearer.
Yeah, just Midian, and then for some reason Midian started taking his clothes off. That's a great match because of course it's Regal who was up against while he does it.
Of course.
Regal's face is hilarious. But yeah, he's sort of one of the old. I mean, he's been there. Well, as we, if you don't ask JR, but he's been there since 1990. So he's been there 8 years, and there was no other gimmicks like this, was there?
No.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
Well, Kane, I guess, but it's the same gimmick, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, one doesn't work without the other, does it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even Mankind, but then Mankind was like, he knew that he wasn't really Mankind.
Yeah, because he was Mick Foley at this point, wasn't
he? Yeah, because it blared, didn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe. Maybe that's why you hate the Undertaker, though.
I don't hate the Undertaker. I just never liked him as a kid. Just.
How would you rate? So you're saying 2006 to 2012 is your favourite?
Yeah, so it's the first good one was the match against Batista on it, I think, at WrestleMania 23.
Was that around the time he had a pretty good series of Angle on?
That was the year before because he faced Mark Henry at WrestleMania that year, I think.
Casket match.
Yeah, but I wasn't really into it at that point.
I remember being into SmackDown at that point, and him and Angle had a good match at No Way Out.
Yeah.
It was when Angle come from Raw, he just entered.
Yeah,
it was when Batista, because Batista got injured and had to give up his title, and there was a Battle Royal. Angle won it.
Bloody Undertaker turned up on a horse.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
Royal Rumble, didn't he?
Yeah.
To challenge him.
Taker in it.
That was bad, that, wasn't it?
Taker on a horse.
Taker on a horse.
Yeah. That's all about Undertaker. Move on to our first match that isn't part of the Deadly Games tournament. It's a women's title match. Sable against Jacqueline. Jacqueline's champion. Jacqueline's with Matt Mero, so Sable's sort of finished with him now because he was so completely jealous and that. Shane McMahon's a special guest ref.
Weird.
No, he's not a special guest ref. He's just a ref.
He's just a
No,
ref.
he says special guest ref.
He got demoted.
Oh, did he?
He got demoted for giving Steve Austin that contract to just referee.
Well,
He was just a regular referee in this.
because he was a ref before, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, Shane Stevens.
Yeah.
Right, so Shane McMahon's just a ref then. Miro's there. He pulls Sable out of the ring, gets low blowed and Sable bombed on the floor for his troubles. Sable on Jacqueline and wins by pinfall. She's the new champ. 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we make of that?
It was what it was, wasn't it?
Jacqueline's music's a bit funky. I like Jacqueline's music.
I can't really remember it.
It was that Rocky style music that I liked. So.
Never good.
Oh, I thought you meant Rockies and like.
No, not the film. That rock metal music that I liked. So.
I don't remember actually.
And that's it. The Sable bomb as well almost went so wrong. Matt Mira almost ended up on his Swede.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sable.
Did she invent that, or was it Matt and Kirby? Who did it first?
Well, was that Matt Mero's finisher?
Yeah, Matt Mira did the Mira bomb.
Right. And that's how
straight
Sable
up,
started.
I thought Matt Mira was the Godfather when he came out.
Have
I don't know how I made that mistake.
you ever seen The Godfather?
I thought it must have been when he was. I thought he must have been moving from Cara Mustafa to Godfather when he was coming out, like because he was like half and half.
Goodness sake, man. Big Dave gave this one.
It was Matt Mira.
It was crap on it. I mean, it was women's wrestling in the 90s, so.
Yeah, Jacqueline was good though. Jacqueline had been around for ages before this. She was wrestling like the early 90s in Jerry Lawler's days.
Jacqueline is one of them women who was in the wrong era, wasn't she? If only she'd been around.
She started like the 1990s or something. Because she wrestled in Memphis.
If she'd been around 10 years later.
She's like the Beth Phoenix of the day.
Nutrition later.
Yeah.
She's like the Beth Phoenix because she was quite the powerhouse as well, wasn't she, Jacqueline?
Yeah, and she basically wasn't Sable, so that's why she wasn't champion.
Yeah. She was the cruiserweight champion at one point.
Yes, she was. She was the first woman to hold the cruiserweight type champion, I think.
Yeah, only one.
There we go.
Well
but Sable picks up the win here. She's the new.
Should have finished it with the old Zoidberg elbow after the Sable one.
Oh, Adam Pachetti should have come out and got all the goals.
Adam Pachetti.
Oh my God, it's Adam Pachetti.
He's even about 12 at this point. It's very strange.
I don't know how old he is.
He's in his early 30s, I think, isn't he? But he might, Tom Campbell, who's definitely listening, just ask Adam Pachetti how old he is, please.
Let us know how old he was, if he was willing to go to St. Louis, Missouri to get glow sticks thrown at him. Right, so now we've got the semi-finals. These have a 30-minute time limit. Pointless though, really, because none of them go above 10 minutes. So we've got Mankind versus.
What they might do.
Yeah, I guess it's got the potential. Mankind versus Stone Cold. Vince is wheeled out by the Stooges and Commissioner Slaughter. Mankind at one point tries to leave. He then tries to use a chair. I mean, this is in 10 minutes, but nothing happened until the end. Austin hits a stunner. McMahon gets out of his chair and then just literally beats the crap out of the ref.
McMahon rises like Jesus, doesn't he? In this.
Is it the best McMahon rising out of a chair, or is it Linda?
Linda.
It's Linda. Of course it's Linda. How can it not be Linda?
I think that's the greatest chair rise I've ever seen.
We should sat back down it last week. Anyway.
Yeah, true. I just don't read it. Don't read it, you don't get upset. McMahon gets out of his chair, beats down the ref. Austin hits another stunner on Mankind, goes to the pin. Shane comes out as the hero. He jumps in, but only counts to 2.
Dun, dun, dun.
What was he doing next, Ross?
Well, Briscoe then hits Austin with a chair. Mankind covers him.
That was the weakest chair shot of all time.
Yeah, it was terrible. He hit Austin's
not have a good history of people with chairs.
No. Should just put me in check.
He literally taps Austin on the back with a chair.
Well, that's all this was really, wasn't it? You couldn't even hear it. There's no foot whatsoever.
No, it's terrible. I don't know how Mankind wrestled this match as well with tights and loose fitting trousers on.
Oh yeah, he
Really,
lost the pants. He lost the
He lost
pants.
his actual trousers, didn't he? And had his tights underneath. I have no idea. And in socks. I've got no idea how he safely did this match.
Right, I mean, loose fitting trousers. It probably is there any difference? It's only like wearing thermal.
Well, yeah, but if you're not,
Sabu.
but you think if you're not wearing shoes, they're probably going to be catching under your socks, aren't they, and standing on them and stuff. Because it was like a really loose fitted suit, wasn't it? So.
I mean,
and then to have your tights on underneath as well. It's pretty damn impressive from old Mickles.
This is Mankind though, who literally like defensive tags.
I was going to say,
to
be fair, earlier this year he'd been thrown off the top of a cell, hadn't he? So.
And then chokeslammed through the
through said cell. Yeah.
Christ, yeah.
With his tooth in his lip.
Yeah.
Or near his nose.
Bad night for him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bad night for referees here as well, I would say. All get beat up.
Was it that King of the Ring where Gerald Briscoe does a terrible weak chair shot?
It must have been. That's the only other night I can think of. Unless it was Unforgiven. It must have been that one.
Yeah, basically, Mankind wins then because he's been screwed out of it by Austin's been screwed out of it by the McMahons. Shane is now a bad guy. This is like really. Imagine Shane McMahon not being a bad guy.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? JR's disgusted.
JR's absolutely livid. But
He's
JR.
the actors that are the best at this.
Lawler gets a bone over all the women. JR gets right hard on over Stone Cold in this era.
Yeah.
If Stone Cold does anything, JR. Even when he's not, JR talks about Stone Cold. Yeah, basically the McMahons run off. Austin runs off backstage. Everyone gets into a limo. So Austin steals a car.
Yeah.
Right, about this, there's a security guard stood at that garage at the exit, does absolutely nothing while Stone Cold's steering that car, just lets him drive by, and then doesn't even chase him down. He's the worst security. I hope he got fired for that.
Did he
That
write
is the
down the
worst
number
security
plate?
guard ever.
Should have wrote down the number plate so I could track the car later. Maybe.
Revoke that man's goddamn security license.
I mean, mate, Austin, yeah, right, mate, yeah, you've been screwed out of winning a match, yeah, fair enough, annoying, but you can't go around stealing cars.
And the man that gets pulled out the car, he like stops before the car and then falls into the car next to it. He like goes like that. It's terrible. And then like
it was like a Grand Theft Auto thing when he pulls it out and just gets himself in. Like.
Yeah. It was terrible.
What do you think then of Stone Cold vs Mankind?
I like the twists and turns in it, to be fair. I thought the storytelling in this was really good.
Yeah.
It was probably my favourite match so far.
Yeah. But again, I've got an issue with the booking.
Go on then.
I would have put this one after the Lever match, because I always think when you've got a face versus heel and a face versus heel, and the face wins the first one, it's obvious that but when the heel wins the first one, it's obvious that the face is going to win the second one. But if a face wins first, then you should never have heel versus heel.
Good point.
Yeah, I get
so the next match, it was obvious that The Rock was going to go through.
Good point.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
maybe I think about this too much. But
no, you make sense.
The wrestling.
It telegraphs the next results, basically, I think.
Big Dave gave that a 3-star.
I mean, yeah, there was a lot there, but it was needed, wasn't it?
The storytelling was brilliant.
And it's what I liked about the full pay-per-view, really, the storytelling. So we'll go on to the next match then. We've got Undertaker with Paul Bearer again against The Rock. I mean, everyone's favourite wrestler, Big Boss Man, comes out.
What's this?
He does.
Sixth time, seventh time?
He just patrols the ring again. Interrupts the people's elbow, then Taker gives him a good little punch for good measure.
Yeah. So was Undertaker the face or the heel?
Well, The Rock was face, wasn't he? Even though The Rock had just come out of a heel faction.
Yeah.
But he left that faction because he was getting so popular.
Yes, yeah. But McMahon had also been screwing with The Rock. McMahon has been screwing with everyone. But I think they was trying to, obviously before the ending, now we know what happens. They was trying to do McMahon Austin again, but with McMahon Rock.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Undertaker was the heel. If he's been going up against Austin, I guess I don't bloody know. Taker every heel or face.
Just what he wants.
Yeah, it's just Taker, isn't he? So Big Boss Man's already out. Kane comes out. Chokeslams The Rock. Undertaker's then DQ'd. King's wondering, are they on the same page, or is Kane that clever? He's got Taker DQ'd by attacking The Rock. You know what I mean? If Kane was on Undertaker's page, I'd have it Taker. Which I never got as well. I mean, it doesn't happen in this case, but why do they always wait so long?
Before they interfere.
Yeah.
You could do it straight away, couldn't you?
Yeah. Come out with him, roll in the ring, and then just punch one of the others.
Seconds, yeah. Maybe Kane was just sat backstage thinking, I'm mad as hell, but I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, maybe.
And then suddenly it just came to him.
It's a bit like Jeff Jarrett and whoever that country song band was, where he waited for the full song before he came out. Oh no, it was Steve Blackman. Jeff Jarrett was playing the song. Steve Blackman waited for the full song to be
finished. He did. That was, yeah.
Attacked him.
Jeff Hardy did that with Elias the other night, didn't he? Just come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Do it straight away. But yeah, maybe just thinking about it. Or maybe it's just a long way to the
yeah, maybe.
Remember the dressing rooms at the other side of the arena, they gotta walk all around.
Yeah.
It just takes a while.
So The Rock wins by DQ, and he will now face Mankind in the final. 8 minutes. Terry Peters, you liked the previous semi-final. Did you like this one more?
No, not really. It was just a bit shoddy on it, this one. The chokes on The Rock as well looked terrible. It just wasn't very good, was it? Although there was an underrated line by JR.
Go on.
Vince McMahon has a lot in common with Paul Bearer. They have the same morals. Incredible. Just dark undertones from JR there that they don't give a shit about people. Which they don't. Although I'm pretty sure Vince McMahon didn't try and embalm people. Although he did try and make a storyline that he was having a baby with his own daughter.
Yeah. He also made Trish Stratus back. So.
He also put his wife in a coma.
He also tried to have a match with God.
He did.
He did have a match with God, doesn't he?
He did that. I did.
He did have a match with God. He also did Triple H with Holy Water.
Yep, did that. That was the same feud, right?
This is Vince McMahon who's booking the show. Booked himself to get his head rammed up Big Show's ass.
True.
I did.
Vince McMahon, probably the worst thing he ever did. Shaved his head and wore a do-rag.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's got a lot to answer for, Vince.
No, he wouldn't like. I don't think he'd like Peters there, would he?
Aye.
Peters has got a Twitch account.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah. Well, is it Twitch accounts or is it unions?
Sacking you. Bit of both.
Probably
controversial.
Both, yeah.
Controversial late stuff. You know what would annoy me though? I don't want to slag off AEW yet, but I did read online. Everyone's saying, Zelina Vega should go to AEW, it'll be so good. But Cody's also said he didn't agree with unions, so.
Yeah, they're independent contracts at AEW, are they?
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Because I imagine it's a hell of a lot cheaper.
But yeah, they can take outside bookings, I guess is the difference. To stick up for my favourite pals at AEW again.
I just say, I just.
They could do indie shows, New Japan, Twitch.
No, but people on the internet, let's not make this a WWE versus AEW thing. Let's just wrestling needs to change.
Yeah.
It's a full thing. It's not a.
Well, they're good, aren't they? Because Andrew Yang's going to sort them out.
I mean, well, there was all they was trying to do it in Britain until David Starr sort of messed up with everyone. So.
We'll let's say about it.
Right, you want the union there, lads. But we won't mention that. Can't ever mention Brit wrestling again, can you? Christ.
Nope.
No. Take a vest of Rock and it's over. The Rock wins. But after the match, obviously Undertaker's a bit upset that Kane has ruined his match. So they fight each other into the crowd.
Yeah. What do I end up when I do that? I'm checking his like bloody hell. We've left the arena, we'll stop now.
Yeah. Is anyone looking?
Yeah.
Go on the
so did they carry on feuding then, them two?
I don't know. I think they're coming to the end of the feud. They are.
Yeah.
Are they partners? His brother's instructions are on there at some point. And then 99, Kane has a weird thing with X-Pac, doesn't he? This is the whole Tory thing. As in Tory the wrestler, not Kid.
Undertaker has a feud with Bossman, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
that's shortly after this. Is that Taker does the Ministry of Darkness, and then the feud with Corporation, which Bossman's in.
Yeah, and it's the whole corporate ministry.
Yeah, and it's the corporate ministry, and then Taker just goes and then comes back as the badass.
And it just goes, I ride bikes now, by the way, lads. Here we am. Here I am on a little bike.
All that spooky stuff. Yeah, don't do that anymore, pal.
Bandana.
Just hit the open road now.
Yeah. And my MAGA t-shirt, you prick. Anyway, yeah. Where were we?
Stop the count.
Oh,
No, all our American listeners.
yeah,
It was alright because we didn't count them anyhow, so.
Yeah. So anyway,
Well,
I'm just gonna get it out. Anyway, continue.
we've got Michael Cole's backstage with Mankind. They have a little interview. Mankind saying how he's got all the luck because he's through. Doesn't realise that Vince is the one making him go through. Then get to our second match that's not part of the tournament. It's the New Age Outlaws against the Headbangers against D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry for the WWF Tag Team titles. New Age Outlaws are over like crazy. Yeah, they come out and do their shtick. And then there's a massive sign of Road Dogg speech, which I don't know who did it, but props to you.
Yeah, fair play.
Good effort.
What if one person in that crowd don't want to hold up a sign? But it's on like the back of like wallpaper or something like that. I imagine. That's how it got that big. But you know what I mean? There's got to be some coordination. He's got to go down to the row in front of our lads. Right, I've got this big sign. Do you mind holding it up? And you guys in front hold this part up. Some coordination there.
Yeah, that's a good effort.
Yeah.
Oh, you just do it, and you only need the people at the ends, really, don't you?
just grab it across everyone. Like, yeah, it's not the big flags at football games, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's coming over. It's coming over. It's not like you can do it.
If you don't want to hold it up, you've got no chance, have you?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Do you remember that guy who sat next to us, who was one of the worst people ever, who tried to pull the flag down?
Yeah. Idiot.
How did that work out for him? I imagine it's like that if you don't want to hold the sign up.
Yeah. Fair point. But I don't think you'd be allowed to do it now, would you? Would you allowed to take a roll of wrapping paper or wallpaper into the arena?
I guess you'd have to roll it out and show what was on it.
Yeah. I did that once.
You hold get that steward down there to hold that bit, and I'll hold him down there, and then you can read what's on it.
I went to SmackDown at Sheffield Arena, and they checked our signs, but I don't think they understood what they really meant anyway. So.
Is that your Regal sign?
Yeah, Regal sign. And Tom had a big 2.
Tom had a 2?
Yeah.
2!
The 2.
Was that on the back of one of his letters?
No, I think we did separate ones because he bled through. I'm sure I kept it for ages.
I tried to do a woo sign before and it bled through.
Is that why?
No, I can't remember. We all had 2 signs each. I can't remember what my one was now.
But was it A3? Was it A3, A4? What size was it?
A3 at least.
A3,
I think.
yeah, you've got to be A3, aren't you, at least?
A4, it should be ridiculous. Why it look like whatever cover your face. Everyone will know that you've got an A4 piece of paper. Everyone will know that you've cheaped out when you just stole some copy of paper from work. And you tried to make a sign out of it. It's ridiculous. I think A3 is too small, actually, now I'm thinking about it.
No,
I reckon it's A2. A2 is where it's at, I reckon.
Here's a question.
A3 is small. Yeah, A2. A2 is what you need.
A2. What happens after A1? Because surely that's not the bit. Or are you just not allowed paper bigger than A1?
Yeah, not.
What's bigger than that then?
After I don't know. Big.
Is it against the law? Is it?
I'm trying to think of what happens after A1, and I was like, I don't know, Westlife, but I can't think of it.
Is it you do A1 and you try and go bigger, and just like it just spontaneously combusts in your hands?
Yeah. No, there's definitely an A&R. A&R's the big ones you used to have at school on the flipboard.
There's A3 in it.
Still got one at work. There's an A&R. It's huge. Yeah.
But bigger than that, it's like people can't handle the power or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Someone created bigger than that, and he's just like, "Oh my god, what have I done?"
Yeah.
He's beat up by the townsfolk. You monster. No, right. Well, that's the sign.
I'm googling paper sizes right now.
Of course. Well, while you're doing that, we'll carry on with this match. So the Headbangers, D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry, all attacked Billy Gunn and Road Dogg on Heat. Everything's happening on Heat. And then weirdly, Terry Peters, you're a stickler for the rules. Have you ever heard of the Outlaw Rule before?
No. It sounds complete bollocks.
Do we know what the Outlaw Rule is?
Oh, so A0 is if you put an A1, an A2, an A3, an A4, an A5, an A6, an A7, and 2 A8s together, you get A0. but they're all twice as big as the next one.
There you go then.
Mm.
So there you go. Anyway,
So surely
Outlaw Rule.
you can take an A0 down into like how many A1s it is then.
With 2, and you just fold it in half.
Right. Yeah. So what about the Outlaw Rule? Have you ever read the Outlaw Rule?
Yes, where you can't pin your partner.
I was thinking, has anybody done that?
Yeah, I was thinking, is anyone doing that?
I reckon they must have
That's
done
what
it
they're
to make
doing
that rule. I think they have, yeah, because it used to be where you could just tag each other in, and they must have pinned themselves to keep the belts.
Well, this match, it was a bit of a mess, wasn't it? Because it was a triple threat. But they wrestled it like a triple threat.
Yeah. King had no idea what was going on. Because King didn't go to the production meetings and you could tell in this match because he had no idea what the rules were.
Well, I don't. Normally, when you get 3 tag teams, it's still 2 in the ring, isn't it?
Yeah, which I've always hated, so I prefer this one. But I don't think they realised what it was half the time. One very good, no. But yeah, I don't like the fact that you can tag someone else in from a different team, because why would you?
No, because you get the old.
Everyone just does a hot tag, well, they slap back in that, don't they?
Yeah.
And like,
tag themselves in and that, don't they?
Blessings.
So this should have just anything of a 2-on-2 should be tornado.
All the way.
Yeah.
Which it was in the end anyway, this match, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean it went 10 minutes. Nothing happens. Billy Gunn uses a pile driver on Mosh to win. New Age Outlaws retain the titles.
We used to discuss his pants though, really, don't we?
What?
I've never understood the gimmick.
Which bit? Because there's 2 bits of his pants we need to discuss.
Well, there's the bit that he's got holes in his ass.
Are there actual holes in him?
Yeah, they're just showing his.
I thought it's just flesh bit colours.
I thought it was
bits of tights.
Yeah,
I thought there were holes.
Thinking about Billy Gunn's pants.
I thought there were.
Or is it the next bit where
there
Billy Gunn pulls his pants down?
Yeah,
And
why
he's
is he
wearing a
moving
thong.
the crowd?
That's not Billy Gunn's worst ever outfit though. His worst ever outfit is after he wins. Is it the '99 King of the Ring? And he tag teams with China, and he literally wears them pants he's wearing now, but all see through.
What is he?
You know, like Christian's shirt,
Horrendous.
where Christian used to wear that shirt that you can still see his body through. That's what his pants were made of.
Snob.
Well, apart from that, I think that bit was dark.
Oh, it better be.
But there is a bit in between the 2 DXs where they tried to push Billy Gunn, who wears them weird pants.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think we said last week. Thank God. I think it was about aliens in AEW or something. But Vince needs to tell you what your gimmick is. Is this not the most indie gimmick ever? And you're just like, why are you persevering with it?
Yeah. Oh my god.
It don't make sense.
It just loves ass. That's his gimmick.
You ever listen to his music?
I'm an ass man.
Just loves it. It loves ass.
Yeah, but some of the lyrics are. Right? He likes to touch him. He likes to kick him. So what's he doing? You know what I mean? Is he loving the ass, or is he just wanting to kick the ass? Don't make any sense.
Depends whose ass it is, doesn't it?
I guess.
But the current gimmick made it sound like he's in love with his own ass.
I get the Mr. Ass thing, right? Because that was,
how does he lick that?
I don't want to be there when he tries.
DDP yoga.
But I get the Mr. Ass thing because it's funny because he's called Badass. So his first name Bad, second name Ass. I get that. That's funny for like a few seconds.
Is that where it came from?
I think so. I'm guessing so. It must have been
his name was Badass Billy Gunn. One like he didn't have a passport that said like be ass, did he?
No, but I think he was called Badass, wasn't he? And that's where the Mr. Ass thing comes from. But then he's all of a sudden he becomes the Booty Man.
Yeah, it was the Booty Man before. Well, after the Booty Man was before.
Yeah, the Booty Man after the Booty Man, yeah.
So we're saying that the Booty Man had already not worked.
Well, we don't know about that. The Booty Man existed. I think that the Booty Man didn't work. That's open to discussion, surely. Some people really thought the Booty Man was great.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
This is a far cry from the Booty Man. There's not a frying pan in sight. There's no Booty Babe.
You've got to pick one. Booty Man or Mr. S.
Booty Man, I think.
Let's do a wrestling around poll right now on Twitter. Even though no one will understand the context until like 3 days' time.
Why don't you do it?
Do it for a week then.
Yeah, we'll do it for a week long. Yeah.
And then we can tell everyone. And the next week, join us next week for the results. Booty Man versus Mr. Ass. I mean,
Big Dave
I
gave
love-
this 1 star.
it was just a mess from start to
It was
finish.
boring.
I don't understand. I get they probably want to have all the titles on the card. I get that, but I don't think this pay-per-view needed the 2 extra matches.
No.
I guess
Just
they're
carry
only
on.
there to just have give
A
them
break.
a rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were both crap.
Yeah, so I've just
Yeah, they
put
were.
which is the best bottom-based gimmick, Mr. Ass or the Booty Man? 7 days. All our polls give people time to vote. So this is another one.
We won't even get on with that. But it was a disgrace. It was almost as bad as Terry Peters' attitude recently.
His attitude. What's his attitude?
He big leagued you. Have you forgot about that already?
Oh, he did big league on Twitter.
Never
that's
big
true.
lead anyone.
Yeah, I was very surprised when I just got ignored.
Peters as an uninvolved party. I've read both sides of the story, and it kind of sounds like you big leagued him.
Didn't mean to, did I? It was an accident. Didn't know he was still there.
It's very hurt.
It was an accident. You've admitted it. You've big leagued him. Should we move on to the final? The final of Deadly Games, shall we? Should we do that?
It's a Deadly Games!
I'm not sure if I can move on, but I'll try.
This is for the WWF title, the vacant WWF title. Mankind versus The Rock. And guess who's backstage as The Rock's coming in?
Big
It's
boss
not a big
man.
boss man.
Yeah, there again. God's
He's
sake.
Machine and
Oh.
Vince.
Goodness sake.
Basically, just
This is the bit where we think differently of this segment now, don't we?
I think they've said.
It's I think like Vince is like, look, mate, you fucked up all night, right? You know,
People-
you've had what's this? The Rock's 4th match. You've had 3 chances to not get him. Into the
Nah,
final. There
no.
it
This
is.
is where you're wrong.
Rubbish,
This is where
man.
you're wrong. I think this is Vince saying we've got to keep up the rules, pal.
Nah.
You've done your job. Well done. You've done exactly what I asked for.
His
Yeah.
job as useless.
No, but he has. He's got the Rock
Oh.
through.
Yeah, but he didn't know it was his job.
Well, he might have done. You don't know. You know what was
I think I
backstage.
do.
Vince knows. It's Vince's show. Of course, he knows there's a camera there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think Vince was like, mate, like, look, honestly, you've screwed everything up tonight. Go on, please.
So we've got the old. The match starts. You start fighting in the crowd at one point. The Rock's got a plastic barrel. Uses a weapon. There's no DQs. There's no count-outs. There's no nothing.
Yeah, but that wasn't announced. Was it? That was just
No,
happening.
just-
wasn't
That was at the ref's discretion, I believe.
Yeah.
Ebner just decided when the dad was going to let it
it?
go.
Yeah, can't be after that.
Geek makes a really good point because Mankind tries to use the steps, and then the Rock is absolutely obliterates him with a chair.
Mhm.
And then Mankind low blows him later on. And King says, "Well, you can't really disqualify Mankind after what the Rock's just done."
Mhm. Good point. Very good point.
Yeah.
Good point, well made by King. First time
Yeah,
ever.
well done, King.
Mankind, of course, destroys his body. He does a weird leg drop where he just falls off the table. There was no point he was ever going to go through that table, was he?
No.
The first
He
one.
was
He
always
goes
going
through it
to.
later on with an elbow drop that he misses. But he just does a leg drop, and I don't even think he lands on the table.
No, it's nowhere near it.
Of course, yeah. So Mankind does an elbow drop, misses and goes through the Spanish announce table because that was the only reason the Spanish announcers were there. But it keeps.
I tell you what was
goes
weird
to
as
the-
well. When King, JR was like, "Oh, we're announcing in 3 different languages tonight." Now there's about 20 of them.
Yeah, there is a
They've got like a full row in the arena, haven't they? Shows how big it is now. Because before this was like the peak of wrestling worldwide. It's probably now, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, there you go. And Mankind kicks out with the People's Elbow and the Rock Bottom. And then, of course, it's Survivor Series. I guess this was new, so nobody was sick of it. But it's Survivor Series, so somebody in the mid event's getting put in a sharpshooter, not tapping out, and Vince is calling for the bell.
Yeah.
Wow, we've never seen that before.
I mean, like
Oh,
JR
wait,
did,
sorry,
like
goddamn year before.
JR did absolutely telegraph this like the entire night. So this was going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess like this was the first time, so it made sense because it was the Mr. McMahon character. Like now it's like every year in it, but now it's like the referee's not even Ben. The referee's just like Charles Robinson did it for Charlotte Flair once.
Didn't he say it's because he was a Ric Flair fan?
Yeah, but the next week it's just on like it's had no repercussions whatsoever. It's just like
Struck off.
just referee on SmackDown again. Don't make any sense. But yeah, they go back to the wall of it now. But I guess let him off because it's the first time it's happened.
So The Rock wins. The Rock's a new champ. 17 minutes. Absolute swerve. The Rock and Vince embrace. And then there's like a little promo. McMahon turns on Mankind. Mankind says he doesn't understand, so The Rock attacks him. Then Stone Cold comes out. He makes the save. Rock and Austin brawl. McMahon's run off. Austin hits a stunner on The Rock, and then it's one on Mankind as well for good measure. I guess Mankind had been screwing with him, to be fair. And that's the match. So basically, The Rock was a double agent all the way through. So now what you're thinking, Lou, you think the boss man didn't do a very good job, but in the first match, he beats down Stone Cold to make him weak, yeah. Second match, he basically gives The Rock a bye. Goes in, gets rolled up. The third match, he gets his nightstick. Does he throw it? Does he throw it to Shamrock, or does he actually throw it to The Rock? I think he finally throws it to The Rock so The Rock can use it.
Yeah, don't purpose that, does he?
The last match, that is it. Kane did his job anyhow, so I guess he just had the night off. So he actually, you know what I mean? It was all The Rock was the one who got put through.
Yeah, but no, because Bossman was just incompetent. Like, because there was one point where he stopped The Rock from winning against Shamrock. Because I thought at first, double agent Bossman. But no, I think he was just incompetent, which is why Vince was like, yeah, get yourself off, mate.
Yeah, make it look believable.
No. I guess we'll find out on Raw tomorrow night. Or Raw from 22 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the promos afterwards could have been done on Raw, and I think it would have been a stronger ending if it was just like, oh my god, what's happened?
Yeah, it's very much that, we said it before, Hogan was posed, Austin was done.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if that happened now, with like Twitter and that, imagine now, shoving Austin down our throats. It never went now. But I think back in the day, it was kind of expected, wasn't it? The big hero gets the send off no matter what happens.
Yeah, people want to see it.
Yeah, but I agree. Like, it would have been a much better. Do that after the cameras have stopped rolling.
Yeah,
sure. Because there's no internet then, so you could get away with it anywhere. All the internet was less prevalent, but yeah, it would have been a lot better if it was just like, what just happened with like Rock holding the title and hugging Vince.
And then they could have discussed it on Raw. Terry Peters.
You always have to have Austin playing his music at the end of every Attitude Era pay-per-view.
He's a big star, don't he?
No, I'm not disagreeing that, but you think he wasn't even involved in the match. Come on.
Yeah, but he's obviously
because I guess he was a victim, but Mankind was a bigger victim, wasn't he?
Exactly. You just think, come on, just leave it out for once.
Yeah. Well, this is the Mankind Rock feud, isn't it? Where Rock basically bashes Mankind's head in.
Oh yeah, sure.
This is the start of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Terry Peters, settle the debate then. Big Boss Man, excellent double agent, or incompetent buffoon.
Excellent double agent.
Thank you. You're right there, Peters. You are right.
He knew what was going on. Of course he did.
Now you watch it back, it all makes sense, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. He was just incompetent.
It does. It all makes sense.
He was just incompetent.
So he did the right thing. Yeah. What did you make of the ending then, Peters? The last match.
Probably the best match of the night.
17 minutes, definitely the longest. No, double everything else.
I would say it's the best thing. Oh, there's an odd bit of commentary. The Rock splats all over the floor and there leaves a sweaty spot. Why they need to announce there was a sweaty spot there, who knows? And also, the Rock hitting the stairs was absolutely horrendous into Mankind's face.
Yeah.
That looked brutal. But really good match. Very well done.
Lou, then, apart from Big Boss Man's role, did you enjoy the ending? Did you enjoy the
I enjoyed it anyway. I was just a geek. On it. I'm not real. This was the only match that was really pay-per-view quality. But having said that, I enjoyed the whole pay-per-view because of the whole story. But this is the only match where you would think like it would be on normal pay-per-view, if you know what I mean.
I'd agree with you.
Maybe some of the other ones, there were a couple on there, like maybe some of the Rock's of a match against Shamrock, maybe. But this was the only one that really felt like a proper pay-per-view match.
And this is why I enjoyed the pay-per-view, because of the story running all the way through it. And then at the end, when it all happens, you're like, yes, that is so... Yeah. I thought it was incredibly well written.
Mm-hmm. Same. And do you think that there was like no real downtime, was there? Every
No,
time one match ended, it was just like
Yeah,
a
it
quick
was a
segment.
quick turnaround.
Going
Yeah.
back into the next one. Great. I think again, like I always say, like I think it's obviously live wrestling is better than watching on TV. Imagine being this show; it'd been amazing.
Yeah, this would have been really good. I think that's why the crowd was so hot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd were good all the way through. So, Terry Peters, what do you think of the whole pay-per-view then?
It was alright, wasn't it? I understand why some of the matches were like they were. I did like the payoff and the storytelling with the sort of swerve and everything at the end to create the corporate champ and obviously the corporate ministry. But I just think some of this maybe didn't need to go on as much as what it did early on. Like Regal X-Pac, 'cause there was no real payoff for that. Give it to something that's a little bit better. But
Should give it a score out of 10. Why is it 6.5?
it's not.
Oh,
He's not done one since we called him out on it.
yeah,
It's a 6.0.
6.
What? Just 6?
Yeah, I just didn't. I just couldn't get on board with it. I just could not get on board with it.
Oh,
What, do you get it in low?
I don't know. I was 10's hard, because we've done so many now. But I think it was like, if I was to rank them, I think it'd be up there in the top 10. Probably in the top 5 shows we've done.
Really?
I really enjoyed it, yeah. Really enjoyed it. And not in a ridiculous way, like Halloween Havoc 95, which is my favourite episode we've recorded, I think. But yeah, I think because it never stopped, really. It'd have been a really good pay-per-view to watch at the time, for sure. But I still think it held up, because I kind of knew what was going on, I knew the ending. And there was still a few times watching the show, I was like, well, what? Hang on, what? What's happening here? Like, there's a few twists and turns, even though I knew what the end was. So I thought it really worked.
Yeah, I would give it a 7. The wrestling was lacking. And I know they didn't get a lot of time as them, but some of them could have been.
Cares. Who likes wrestling?
No, some of them could have been. But the story all the way through for me was what it was. It made sense. The full pay-per-view made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Lou, I believe you said that they should have done this in 2015.
Yeah, the one where Roman and Dean Ambrose ended up in the final.
And
then Roman just won it clean and Sheamus cashed in. Was the worst possible ending. When obviously they should have done bloody Roman sides with Vince.
No?
Yeah.
No,
I swear. Well, everyone's saying you should have turned him heel, and
yeah, they should. They've done that. Look, because they've done it now. Look how brilliant it is. So imagine doing that with crowds. It'd been amazing. He was Vince's boy, so that's just I remember watching Survivor Series 2015 live and thought they're going to do something because I'd never watched this pay-per-view before, but I'd heard of it, and I was like, oh, they're going to do something similar, and it was just they went with the most boring ending ever. But really, they should have copied this.
Do you think that Roman Reigns? No, we're moving off topic, but Roman Reigns now, I think when he come back at SummerSlam, the crowd would have shit on it.
Yeah, but that wouldn't matter because he was heel anyway. So when he did boo him, more fuel to the fire, innit?
I don't know. But I did enjoy. I thought it was very well booked, and I remember watching that Survivor Series, and I agree with you. They should have done something like this.
Yeah. But yeah,
this doesn't always work. It was just,
there was more, yeah, but it was just more swears back in the day, weren't they? When you think now, like how kind of formulaic the wrestling is now, like it's good. The wrestling quality is a lot better now than it was back then. Obviously, from the show.
Yeah, the quality is, but
the story is
just
now. You know, as Randy Hogan said, like stories are lacking these days, aren't they? In modern wrestling.
Yeah, it's you win, I win, you win, I win, you win, I win for about 8 months. How long is
predictability?
How long have the Mysterios been feuding with Seth Rollins? For about 5 years.
Finished now, isn't it? Finished
on Friday. It went on far too long. How many times have we seen Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode against New Day?
No. Any one time of Dolph Ziggler is too many. I think we can all agree with that.
That's the issue that they do now. They go any feud like Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. I have enjoyed, but I've seen it 5 times.
Yeah.
Whereas
that's it.
Rock Austin, one of the best feuds of all time.
Yeah.
But they only wrestled. They didn't wrestle each other that often.
No.
Their three WrestleMania matches were spread out over 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I like today's products. Don't get me wrong. Like I still enjoy WWE, and I know it's not cool to say, but yeah, I just felt like you don't get stories like this anymore.
No.
This was just unpredictable from start to finish. Like even when you knew where the end was, you didn't know how you were gonna get there. So yeah, I really enjoyed it as a pay-per-view. I watched it all in one go as well, which I've not done for years when we've been doing these pay-per-views. Like,
that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I just didn't stop. All in one.
That's good. So next week, if you enjoyed this Survivor Series, we've got Survivor Series 1992, which does have a classic Survivor Series match in it. Have you seen that one before, Lou?
I have not. No, I imagine it's going to be a very different pace to this Survivor Series.
Oh, yeah. Guess who picked it, though? Mr. IWC himself.
It's your
Terry
boy.
Peters.
Holler at your boy. Holler at your boy.
I imagine you picked it purely for Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels.
Probably, yeah. It sounded like a good little card, to be fair. Nifty.
Yeah, this is the difference. Look, you're story based, so you love that one. Terry Peters, you're going to love this one because it's going to be wrestling based.
Exactly.
Am I right?
You are right.
And then after that, everybody wants this. The fans want it. I want it. Lou wants it. Terry Peters does not want it. We're returning to
definitely wants
WCW in 2 weeks' time for World War III, 1995. And for us keeping score at home, yes, that is the pay-per-view straight after Halloween Havoc 95. Terry Peters
Hang on a minute.
will actually know the stories now. Will you be enjoying that one?
Actually, to be fair, there's not about 475 matches like there usually is on a WCW card. There's 7, and they go on for a decent length of time, so I may be able to buy into it.
But 3
Lou,
rings.
you-
I mean, that's
60
fine.
men. Oh, it's gonna be. I'm intrigued as to how it looks.
Yeah, same.
I'm intrigued how they're going to film it.
But yeah,
Myself.
I think they film it by having 3 cameras and showing them all at once.
Oh,
It's a
good.
good look
Yeah,
writing.
what's
Good
this
look
screen?
writing a
Another
note to
split
us.
screen.
Yeah, it's gonna be several split screens. Yeah, but this time the split screen will be necessary. Unlike the last time when they shot the same thing twice.
Ridiculous. Absolutely
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I'm intrigued how they're going to commentate, how they're going to do all of it. I'm very intrigued. I've often heard about World War III because I've never seen one, but I've always been intrigued. Not since the WCW Mayhem games on before them. So looking forward. In fact, no, I think Mayhem replaced War Games actually. Not War Games.
Am I
World War
looking
III.
forward to it? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Well, WCW and the fans are because you lot love WCW. Christ,
Yeah, you really do.
WCW.
So
World
do
War
I.
III. 2 weeks. The WCW podcast
very
these
grateful.
days.
Yeah, nothing but WCW.
Terry Peters, where can we find you? Ignoring your longest and oldest friends.
You can find me at Bell Nation on Twitter, Bell Nation on YouTube, twitch.tv/Bell Nation, RL92 on Instagram, and Tez Fish Pod on Twitter.
Well, you'll never hear this from Terry Peters. But where can you find? Where can we find you?
Thank you very much, Ross. You can find me at Lou Markham on Twitter and Instagram, and also underneath Total Screamers Football Podcast. I'm in their mentions now, apparently.
Ah,
There you
right.
go.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You can find me on Twitter as @TheRossM. You'll never hear this from Peters. So if you're listening to this, you'll never hear it from one of Peters' streams if you go to Bell Nation. So look, make sure you record it now. Because you think, I'll watch Bell Nation on Friday nights on Twitch, or I'll watch one of his YouTube videos that come out at 6 o'clock every day. See what I did there, Peters? Because we're friends.
Thanks.
I just promoted you then.
Thanks.
But you'll never get it back. You can find us all on Twitter and Instagram at WresAround, WRES Around. We're on YouTube at Wrestling Around Podcast. We're on Facebook, Wrestling Around Podcast. If you've got some seltzer you want Lou to try out, he'll interrupt me as he's doing it. So if you get a kick out of that, you can email us at wrestlingaround@outlook.com. That's wrestlingaround@outlook.com. Basically, wrestling around anywhere you listen. Give us a review, 5 stars and all that. Even what I want you all to do is I want you to spam Bell Nation with Wrestling Around. Anything that's got Bell Nation's name on it, I want you all to comment Wrestling Around and even don't forget Wrestling Around.
There you go then.
See what happens.
That's what I want us all to do.
Yeah, we
Is
did
it alright with
get
that,
we did
Peters?
get a mention on Friday night on the stream.
See?
I prompted
Oh,
it,
what?
but we got one.
You got one.
Now you asked for, Christ. I guess, thanks for joining. Look, you didn't get one of these overnight, Lou, so thank you so much for joining us today, Lou.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Peters, you've been here as well.
Thanks.
That's how it feels, Peters. I know how it feels. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and join us next week for another Survivor Series, but this time it is in 1992.